Hey, all right. I just, my pussy is great. Yeah, you like that.
If you ask
Where the bag at? You know they don't like you asking that. You can't ask a man where the bag at, child. They be like, you're a prostitute. No, I'm just saying.
That makes you a prostitute?
Apparently, no. Well, apparently you can't ask where the bag at, but I love that you open with that. That's how I feel. I told you.
That's how I feel right now.
That is the energy we're trying to channel going into 2021.
I literally just told my friend, listen.
You see me with my shirt on.
Vision board ain't gonna have nothing but dollar signs, honey.
Amen.
Dollars. Call me Dollar Bill.
Amen. That's how that's going.
Yeah, I'm excited. So I am doing a vision board party tomorrow. Yes. Well, not really a party. There's going to be 4 of us.
That's a party. That's a party during COVID.
You know what I mean? I'm like, it is though.
That's a large party.
That's a large party during COVID.
Well, let's hope Cuomo don't shut us down.
Oh dear.
What? I'm just saying. But yeah, are y'all doing the vision boarding? Like, I guess we going into the new year.
I would like to at the top of the year.
What do y'all do? I do. Y'all don't know, but Liv, you got me that meditation book, so I am putting that as a part of like something I do want to bring into the new year is like me meditating or whatever.
Yeah, and you should. And you really relax your mind and things come a little bit more clearly.
I know
when you do.
I don't know how people with anxiety meditate. Like, it's a problem for me. I can't stop thinking.
It's a process and it's a practice.
You posted a video on your story that was really made me laugh. That was like, you sit down to meditate and it's like, focus. Did I leave the coffee pot on? I wonder if he's thinking about me.
Baby.
Right. Like, what?
No, that's literally, and I think that's how we started talking about meditation. I said, oh, this is me. Like, I tried to get into yoga. My friend started a little chatty house room for yoga because she's a yoga instructor. So she's like, you don't need to see me. Just listen.
Right.
Bitch, it was only a 10-minute yoga thing. Bitch, I was in there for 6. I couldn't get to the whole.
6 is
I couldn't get to the whole 10 minutes.
You know what? For somebody that doesn't meditate, 6 minutes is a good amount of time.
Bitch, it was hard.
That's 60%.
It was hard.
You almost passed.
Oh, Jesus.
You needed 5 more minutes, maybe 65%.
Y'all got New Year's plans though?
I'm going to Wet Willie's.
Oh yeah,
you're going to Wet.
We ain't talking to you, man. We ain't talking to you. We gonna have to make sure we come in with hazmat suits on the floor.
Oh, listen. Just make sure my mic has the mic condom on, okay?
Yes.
You don't want to spread.
We got mic condoms, Sparks?
I don't think so.
It's okay. It is a thing. I use them.
Yeah, we go.
I use them in my other
podcast.
Not the Raw Dog podcast. Safe sex, guys. Please cover up. Wrap it up.
We are an unsafe pod. If you have not figured that out by now,
this pod's been through a lot.
We have
a lot.
Has it? It's been 3. Okay, so
Barris has come and gone.
Barris.
Shout out to all of the plant moms that listen to us. I know, like it's I know that ladies.
This is my fault. I am responsible for Barris's demise over here because I was the one that insisted on the real plant. And my overzealous ass was like, yeah, I'll get a real plant from IKEA. I'll be in there every week watering him and misting his leaves. Nobody did any of that.
We'll miss you, Barris.
Where are he's gone?
We're going to be out here with a fabricated plant.
If
you could do a zoom in on Barris and just see where he's at.
They saw me fighting him last week because he was falling over on me, baby.
He needed your help.
You, Barris. It's so hard to say goodbye.
It's so hard.
Well,
wow.
We're going to get a nice polyurethane plant.
You got, what about you? We know she going to Wet Willie's. What about you, Liv?
I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. My homegirl wants me to visit her in Atlanta.
No, ma'am.
But it's Atlanta.
We're not allowed to go outside.
Yeah.
We're not
Atlanta being
allowed
outside.
to go outside.
It's all the way outside. So I'm trying to debate on whether I just want to go in her house and not leave kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
That might be a thing. You could.
I'm sorry.
Listen, I have Lysol and Clorox wipes that are coming to Mexico with me.
I know that's right.
You understand? I will be in there fumigating. upon arrival, because we just decided to rent a condo instead of doing a hotel thing, and not because I don't trust hotels, but I just I feel better and more comfortable going back and forth with somebody that, because my mother's an Airbnb super host, so she's one of those people that is anal about the cleaning of everything before
right.
Having anybody there, and she's done really well this year with it. So I'm trusting this super host is going to do the same. So I'm excited. I'll be as sanitized as humanly possible.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna travel internationally.
You are traveling internationally.
Well,
You're leaving the Bronx.
I am leaving. Don't do me. Don't do me. Damn. And I was already thinking like, damn, does that mean I can't throw up the X anymore? Well, it's not like I go to the club, but I be one of those wherever I be at, I be like, blah, 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 throwing up the X,
I'm sure.
Because that's the only, I've lived off the 6 for the entire time. For 2 months when I first moved to New York, I lived off Flatbush and Avenue D. That's probably that's what scared me from Brooklyn, bitch. I said, "Oh no!"
Oh yeah, you was in the Gaza,
bitch. The jitney vans, the dollar vans, getting me through everywhere, but I couldn't.
The dollar van.
It was, but
is an incredible New York staple. Shout out to the dollar
but
van.
no, you know what? But I hated because coming from the South, where you just hop in your car and go everywhere. When you in New York, you walk a little bit. You walk a little bit more. Yeah. And you can't walk anywhere without the, hey, red, this, that, not even red, because they say that in the South, but it's just the constant catcalling.
It's giving mommy out here.
No, and then guess what? They don't just catcall. They start walking with you and have a whole conversation. And I was just like,
talk?
Yeah, that
you
part.
Like talk
no, then you got to smile. Why you're not smiling?
Why you're not smiling? You must smile, Empress. Why you're not smiling?
What you mad at?
Empress. Not
what you mad at?
I don't want to
mad at the world? I'm gonna make you smile.
Bitch, and all I want is some milk. I ran out of almond milk, okay? That's all I need to get. So I was just like, nah, I can't do Brooklyn. So I left Brooklyn like 2 months after moving to New York, and I've literally been in the Bronx ever since. And I think that's what I said. Like here, I know a lot of people like neighborhood. I'm very much convenience.
Yeah.
So I needed my Starbucks, my Dunkin', my post office. Not even a laundromat because a bitch got a washer and dryer in her unit now. Woo! But you know what I mean?
Shout out to those amenities.
Moving on
one time for the one time. We gonna clap it up for the amenities. Yes.
But so like
signs of wealth.
So yeah, on New Year's I figured I would be in my apartment looking at all of the fireworks that
do they do fireworks?
Oh, for New Year's? Yeah, that's a thing, right? Wait, that is a thing, right?
No, it's July 4th, sis.
Oh. Oh.
No.
That's the fireworks.
I was about to say in the Bronx there'd be some noises on New Year's.
That's the noise.
It'd be gunshots. That's not fireworks.
Not fireworks outside.
Wait, they really don't do fireworks for New Year's?
No.
Yes, they do. Like when the ball drops.
You ever seen the video of Mama
No.
D? That's the fireworks.
It's not fireworks.
Shooting up in the air?
They do confetti and glitter that goes off. They do the confetti things in Times Square. It's not fireworks.
Oh, bitch, I was off. I was like, oh, I'ma just see the lace look.
Yo, not for nothing. No, they might actually have fireworks because
I feel like New York shoots off fireworks.
I feel like during the pandemic, all of a sudden everybody had fireworks. So people are gonna have fireworks.
Those are illegal joints, though. Like
there's gonna be some illegal joints.
You're right. Well, I guess let me ask y'all that then. So outside of celebrating the New Year, knowing that we still got this panorama. Are y'all like making goals and plans for 2021?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm finding it hard. Like I'm making them, but a part of me is just like, don't get your hopes up. Like I don't know. Like even travel plans. No way is that gonna even be in my goddamn. I don't know. I just didn't want to get my hopes up in terms of like expecting like everything's gonna be back to normal.
Right.
And we're gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. I'm just trying to maneuver myself throughout what's happening right now and just be a little bit more present because planning ahead, especially in these times, kind of because we got real happy-go-lucky when 2020 hit. Oh,
we
2020
sure did.
Vision. Oh, I'm seeing things clearly now. All right.
Yeah. Every sermon I heard, 2020 is your season. 2020 is your year. It's the year of our Lord. And it's
I ain't heard nobody say that this year. Going into 2021, ain't nobody say 2021 is my year.
All I heard was where the money resides. That's it.
That's it.
Bitch.
And even that, a little $600 ain't.
I don't know if that's where the money resides. I mean, I think for us, it's been 2020, the second half of 2020 anyway, has been really positive. For most people, I think the beginning.
Okay.
I think the beginning of the year, everybody was a little bit freaked out, obviously, and panicked and unsure and uncertain and unstable. And I think this is like ramping up to get to the end of 2020. I feel like a lot more people have hit their stride on a personal level, like not necessarily monetarily, but just in thinking about who they want to be versus what they want to do. And I think for 2021, that's the
and who they want to be with. Because, ladies, I got a word for you.
Oh, girl.
I'm just saying, in 2021, if he ain't risked the COVID to get that pussy, bitch, you better not bring him into 2021. I'm just saying, if he ain't pay a bill, if he ain't get you a gift, and if he ain't make you come, he ain't coming into 2021 with you, baby.
I had some idiot doing that back in June, and he was still trash.
And so that's what I'm saying. But still, don't let him come into 2021 then.
Well, yeah, he not coming in.
I just think a lot of us, I think a lot of us, like to stick with the rivers and lakes that we used to, and bitch, fuck, like, let that shit dry up. Go to the ocean, baby. I don't know. These rivers and lakes ain't working. I don't know. But leave.
I chased a waterfall and it chased me back. I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but a bitch is happy, okay? We are moist. We are happy. The waterfalls are okay.
I don't know.
The rivers and the lakes, I don't know, not so much. But the waterfalls over here is falling and it's wet.
I guess that would be one of, if I were to do the vision board. I haven't done one since 2016.
Okay.
We should do a vision board party when we come back.
We will.
And we should really bring our boards in. I think that'd be interesting.
I'll put a man on there.
You'll put a man on there?
I'll put a man on my vision board.
Oh, hey, guys, y'all hear that? Slide in them DMs because Liv in 2021 is looking for a man.
Send your tax returns. Send your tax returns.
Folks have been sliding in the DMs.
They have?
Shooting their shots. Some of them are very, very respectful. Shout out
Shooters,
to
what is
shout out to the respectful shooters.
Okay, because we do have a lot of male followers. Can you let us know what a good slide look like and what a bad slide look like?
I'm a big energy person. It's hard to just say okay, if you say blah 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 blah, it has to feel genuine. It has to feel like, okay, you're coming with respect.
You're not gonna pull nothing up.
Good intent.
She don't want to air nobody out.
Oh damn!
Nobody out.
I'll read it.
No, that's
okay.
rude.
All right.
I wouldn't do that because it takes a lot of guts to even do something like that.
Yeah.
With the whole thing with, I wouldn't want to do that. But yeah. It just depends. It depends.
And then what's a bad slide? What are the ones that you just automatically ignore?
I'll say that one.
Right. Because there was definitely some presumptuous ass shit that she posted on her close friends, and I was like,
this dude,
how is he this bold?
This dude hits me up from a burner account. I guess he he hit me up from
a scammer,
a whole burner account on Instagram, right? And he's like, "This is not." Okay, let me.
Oh, you gonna read that one?
Now
here we go.
We have to.
I gotta read this
because one thing all men have on the internet and off is audacity. So we just really gotta review the tapes. It's important.
I just be like, what the freak?
White people with the caucasity and motherfuckers with the audacity,
and men with the hordacity.
Come on, hordacity.
It's the hordacity because you're bugging out.
It all.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Oh man,
I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I was like, "Did this man even proofread this?"
But so what?
Do y'all proofread before you hit send?
No, they don't. They don't. Here we go.
I wish autocorrect could correct the energy and the attitude, not just the spelling. That would be such a vibe.
I'm weak. Hold on, what you pulling up, girl?
I gotta set the mood.
Oh yes,
We
this
need
is
a
what I'm talking
soundtrack
about.
I need a whole soundtrack.
You know what, Liv?
for this,
I am
too.
so happy that you understand the value of a soundtrack for the mood.
I have to.
Real quick. Okay. After I want to ask y'all's favorite soundtrack. But let's.
Waiting to
okay.
exhale. I don't even have to think about it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, ladies. Come on, Liv. Read it. Read it to us.
This is not a Steph Curry. This is a Logo Lillard. What? I am a 32-year-old Dominican and Haitian, wild light skin, native New York.
Wild light skin?
Wild light skin.
Wild light. It says in parentheses, wild light skin.
As opposed to a tame light skin,
Right.
which doesn't exist, FYI.
I know black. Native New Yorker. I make a low 6 figures. I am not college educated, but self-taught, well-read. Google, nigga. That's what it says.
He really wrote.
He said,
"See, the candle done burned out.
Google, nigga.
We lost the flame already."
To make this a little less awkward.
As if the wild tamed it. Wild light skin. Go ahead.
I'm still stuck on Google, nigga. I'm still stuck on that.
Go ahead, wait. I gotta.
Talking to someone you don't know on the internet. I am not on any socials, as they do not generate any income for me, unfortunately. I use this page to look at the crowd at restaurants or clubs, or I may go onto a rare occasion and to shoot my shot at you.
Yeah, there's nothing creepy about
you.
that.
Nothing creepy
I
about
use
that.
social media to people watch at restaurants. Excuse me?
I get all my worldly internet interaction through podcasting and World Star. New age old
Not
man
World
shit.
Star.
So he's not college educated, but he Googles and watches World Star. Those are two very important information
well-rounded
sources.
man.
Yes.
New age old man shit. I think you're dope. And I would love to share energy and conversation with a aware, self-sufficient, beautiful woman that listens to Benny, Stylo, and Baboni.
Oh, he
So
listens.
diverse.
Listens. He about to hear this
You
shit.
about to really hear this shit. Look, I appreciate you. Honestly, you can do better. Just put me onto some restaurants and music. So in short, if
So
you
in
allow-
short, this is a 5-paragraph essay, sis. He submitted for the FK.
you
We
allow
were
me-
short at Wild Light Skin 3 paragraphs ago.
Go ahead. What's the wrap up? In conclusion, in summation.
if you would allow me to meet you at dinner so you can decide if you like me, reach out.
He didn't say reach out.
Yes, he did. That's what it says. It says reach out. That was probably my favorite that I've received so far.
Wild light skin is wild.
It's
I
the
still
I'm
don't
not
know.
college educated, I'm self-taught. Google, nigga. It's that. I'm still stuck on that.
All of
I'm
that.
stuck on
and
that.
he
I
never
can't
said what
let that go, bro.
He never said what his name was. He said this is not Steph Curry.
Wait, what did it follow
Because
with?
given all of the criteria that followed, Steph Curry would have been your
What did he
presumption.
say after Steph Curry though?
I can't.
Does he look like Steph Curry? Why did he say that?
He said this is Logo Ilyard.
Logo Ilyard? Maybe that's his name.
His name is Logo?
Maybe.
Now, maybe it's a nickname. Might be short for something.
No, do you see what people are naming their children now? Like that might be his. I'm just saying. It might be Logo Ilyard might be his first and middle
All right.
name.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, I mean, first and foremost, we have to just respect the shot. I have to respect the
respect
shot
that one.
because
That was
he really
entertaining.
put some thought into that. He really took his time.
That shit went over the backboard, sis.
and your time. He took his time and then
my
in turn
time.
took your time.
that shit hit the people sitting courtside.
I was highly entertained. I loved it. It made me inspired.
But did
to
you
have
respond?
background music? No, I did not.
Okay.
I don't know how to respond to that because
You could do better.
He told me honestly, you could do better.
Which means
better than what?
You're supposed to put him on to music and
I could
restaurants.
do better, but I got to
because-
put him on to restaurants during COVID and everything is shut down in New York.
and music. You got to put him on to music too.
But he said he likes that you like Baboni,
Baboni.
And he makes low.
Benny.
He makes low in the 6 figures.
which means it won't hit. I don't think that too. It might be right
I
over
respect
one.
the honesty if he really
I
making
respect,
low in the
I
6
respect
figures.
the honesty. And see, that's
He
the thing.
understood the requirement.
I respect
He
the
acknowledged-
honesty, but it was a little creepy.
It
was a little
It was
creepy.
I don't really have social media, but I just use it to watch people on and watch people
Yeah,
in
that
from
was a little
restaurants.
weird.
That was a little weird.
I don't know what to think. I mean, listen, this day and age, I can't really say much. I feel like courtship on the internet is regular now. Like it's a regular thing. It's
It is
not
a regular thing.
I told y'all I met my nigga on Zoom, so anything is possible. I think that y'all go ahead and shoot your shots in the DMs and stuff, but yeah, probably be a
On
little bit more
Zoom?
on Zoom. I saw him in a little square, and I was like, oh, he kind of cute in that little square. He looked cute in a little square.
Wait. So who talks to who first?
We both was talking through a mutual friend, like like when everyone had like the little
Yeah,
gatherings
no,
and stuff like that.
who shot first? You shot first?
I mean, I was I don't know how to really flirt. I don't know. Y'all got to tell me how to flirt. But when I flirt, I just crack jokes the whole time.
I roast you. That's how I
flirt. So I was calling him Teddy Riley because we couldn't hear him for the first 15 minutes. We were like, sir, you're talking and we cannot hear you. So I was like, but he cute though. Like if he wasn't cute, I would have been like, y'all call me later. I'm too busy in quarantine. Like y'all hit me later. Because he was cute. I thought it was so cute. He didn't know how to work because he had the salt and pepper, so I knew he was older. This was new. I was gonna work with him, and so I just called him Teddy Riley.
Work with him. You are not an LPN. He's not a geriatric. Like I go work with him. He's a little older.
So I was calling him Teddy Riley the whole time, just cracking jokes. And then he was just handsome, so we just kept talking. And then I think I told y'all like his head was like a size where I was like, I know this man is tall. Like I can know if a nigga tall just like from here up. But I didn't know if he just had a little person big head or if he was really a big person. So before we went to exchange the numbers, I was like, so how tall are you behind this screen? But she said 6'8". I said, here's my number. And we met 2 days later and it's been, great ever since.
I love that.
That's cool.
But yeah, I mean, so to be real, like because of quarantine, we not going out, we not going to the clubs.
I
think we are having to meet people differently. Like you were in a whole long distance relationship.
I was. And truthfully, we met through mutual friends. We have a bunch of mutual friends.
Yeah.
But in real life we met.
Oh,
we had already like been around each other a couple times, but and oddly enough, it wasn't until we started talking more on Instagram that we realized like, oh shit, you were there too. Oh shit, you were there too. Like we had been going back and forth for months, and then it was never a romantic thing at all until like 3 or 4 months into us even having a conversation. Like, but because of quarantine, like you said, there was no room for posturing. Like you couldn't cap. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't front on you. The courtship was really about us getting to know each other, who we were, what we were interested in, what our lives were like pre-quarantine, and who we were, at our core, and what our foundations were like in the midst of a worldwide crisis.
It's crazy because in quarantine, I think so many women have either found love or have been completely torn away from who they thought would be their partners.
Oh, both.
Because they're learning.
It was
you know what I mean?
It was both for me. No, it was both for me. I was in LA, and I was bouncing back and forth between a person that I had been on and off with for almost 10 years.
I was bouncing back and forth from a lot of different niggas before this one. Well, a bitch was bouncing.
Yes.
Not on, a bitch was bouncing, okay?
I had to do that. I just had to.
That part. The show was about the whole Eastern Conference. No, I'm just playing.
Wow.
I know. I'm just playing. And it's sad now. I don't know if y'all know. We're not a sports podcast, but they're not allowed to go out to dinner or do anything when they travel anymore. Like I was talking to my friend who I haven't fucked in the league, but he's just my friend. And like they're such on strict like guidelines with the season because they are traveling now. They're back playing, but they're not able to go out to dinner. They can't go to bars, no clubs. They can't go out beyond their hotel room, or they risk getting fined because basically if there's a picture of them, I think it just happened with James Harden. He was spotted at like just supporting a friend's birthday. He don't give a fuck. He don't give a, he trying to get the fuck out of Houston. That's why.
He hates Houston so bad.
But like, it's crazy. Like the guidelines now, like, yeah, they not in the bubble, but hey, to the ladies listening, wanting to think that you're gonna, be courted by any of these NBA players, you just gonna have to pull up to the hotel room, baby.
Be clear, like you said, don't waste your time with anybody that's not gonna risk themselves. Because my man got on a plane and flew from New York to LA to see me in the middle of a pandemic.
Oh yeah, he liked you, sis.
And
pandemonium.
In a panoramic.
In a paraphrase.
Okay, in a parentheses. My man showed up in a parentheses and really was like, nah, we gonna see what's up with this, and it blossomed and it grew.
I like that
in the best way possible.
Yeah,
best way possible, because I'm telling you, we could not. It was not like, oh, let me take you. We're gonna go to this fancy restaurant. Oh, let me take you to this concert. Like we couldn't really front on anything. It was like, do we enjoy each other's company in this enclosed environment or not?
And like let's not think that men aren't taking advantage of the closed restaurants and all this shit. Like they're not really having to court you ladies, but there still is a way for you to see if a man is willing to go out of his way to either get to know you first without having to just come straight up to your house. Like, girl, I went hiking. You see these thighs? You think I be hiking? No. Me and this nigga had to go hiking on our first date. Like, yeah, sure, I'll meet you at the park.
We went to a drive-in movie and built Legos. I felt like I was in the 10th grade. And it was great. It was the best.
Liv, you gonna find love,
romantic.
sis.
I know that.
Look, she said,
I just have to be interested in finding it first.
I know that's right.
I think that's always been my problem. Like, it's not about me necessarily like not being able to find it. I really like my alone time, and I really like my space.
I think I think it's because you've been single for so long.
I've been single for so long.
You love it. Mm-hmm.
I can do whatever I want in my house, and I don't gotta bother with nobody.
I mean, it's great, but I think too, because I'm nervous, and we've talked about this too. But we're getting ready to do the merging of the household soon, like in next year. And we're talking about it. We're thinking about it, and I've lived by myself for the last 5-6 years, so it's a little. I'm terrified.
And
I'm terrified to do that.
where you're at is where also I'm where Liv is. So like when you're in a relationship, there's like
I mean,
levels.
it's terrifying, but
there's levels.
it's also like, I mean, I think it depends on what you want end game wise too. Like, we're getting older. Like I'm old. I'm a little bit older than you. I'm 4 years older than you. So I was in a long-term relationship. I've lived with boyfriends already. I had roommates in my 20s. You know what I mean? Like I've done that. So now for me, it's kind of like if we gonna talk about this next step, this is where we're going. We wanna partner. We wanna have a partnership.
That's my problem.
We wanna do all that.
I don't want a kid. I don't care to. Marriage. A wedding isn't in my thing. I mean, a ring would be nice, but I don't care about marriage, and I don't want no one to live with me. So like those are normally the next steps in a relationship. Like you either move in, you have a kid, or you discuss marriage or long term. And that's not where I'm at. No,
I hate when we have these discussions as women, especially in this day and age, of knowing that life ain't what it was back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, when our parents were growing up. Like, you don't have to. You don't have to be that.
No.
Like, it's not necessary. Like, even, me being single, I don't have to look for, oh my gosh, like, you need to be in a relationship. A relationship is, no, the fuck it don't have to be.
No,
I could be single for the next 5, whatever, how long I want to be. And I can enjoy my journey of finding myself because I've been enjoying it thus far.
Right.
Which is rare. And I think society's problem, and not even just society, but just even family members' problems with that too, is the fact that they don't know what to do with that.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
My mother
is
freaked out. My mother wants grandchildren. And I keep telling her, like, I'm just gonna get you a puppy. If you really trying to clean up after somebody else's shit, I will by all means get you a dog. Because I'm not interested in that. I want to buy shoes and I want to go on vacation. I don't want to buy diapers and I don't want to fucking hear screaming kids. And I'm reminded of that every time even prior to this year, obviously, when we were able to travel, I'd be on planes and I would see women with a diaper bag pushing the stroller, the baby on a leak. Like, the fuck is this? I don't want to do that. It looks awful. It looks like torture. And granted, a bunch of my friends have kids and their kids are great. And I love the auntie life. Mm-hmm. I'm totally subscribed. I'm fully committed to the
aunties up in here.
We all the aunties.
I became a real auntie this year. My sister had a baby and the shit sounded like a lion or a cat. It just kept screaming. It wasn't a cry, it was a scream. And I was like, if birth control wasn't gonna be like, this is it. Pro-choice, baby. No, ma'am.
I just think
no, it was a lot.
You're allowed to, like you said, we're not in an age anymore where a relationship is a necessity. It's like a lot of people did the relationship thing back then because it was convenient. It was a business. It was like, it made sense to do that.
I also hate to be wrong by this. It's either 1967 or 1971. And I want to say it was 71, but in the 70s, that's when women were even allowed to have their own bank accounts without men being attached to it. Look at it.
Wow,
look it up.
shit.
I just looked it up. So a lot of, and of course we were talking about Gator, the judge that just passed.
Yes,
she helped Ruth Gator Ginsburg.
Gator Ginsburg.
See, look, what is it? 1960 what? Oh, 1974.
Equal Credit Opportunity Act, which was passed, which was supposed to prohibit credit discrimination based on the basis of gender.
Yeah, but look up when women could actually get their own bank accounts. But see, look, we just that was 1974, what he just looked up. But yeah, so a lot of things with...
Oh yeah, in the 1960s, women gained the right to open a bank account.
Yeah, that was...
I mean,
That was
girl,
not
not that long ago. My mom was born in the 60s.
Segregation was in the 60s.
That's what I'm saying. So the idea of marriage and what relationships were, a lot of times women were fully dependent on a man.
Correct.
We're not that anymore, which is why I think even...
All my ladies,
here we go. That part.
Throw your hands up at me.
That part, bitch. That part. Speaking of, I guess I did want to get into, because we're talking about relationships, we're talking about independence, we're talking about...
My gal Larsa. I know where this is going.
I love this little segue. We were talking about it.
Honestly, you know what? Like, just with everything going on with Larsa being in the news and, well, not news, but like on the Twitters and all that stuff or whatever.
I want Savannah to put pause on that, girl.
I don't.
I do.
I don't. I have a response for it. Okay, we gonna let because Liv. We only are bringing this up because they all know we had to bring up Larsa.
Listen.
Mind you, wait.
First and foremost, the fact that like Larsa's name came up this past weekend and everybody started like tweeting me and telling you guys have to talk about because I need to hear Liv say Larsa.
Yeah.
Like I felt like Urkel, like, you know, when, say, can I do that? Like, nigga, my name is Jaleel White. I don't want to say Larsa all the time.
But wait, we also put her on one of our cover arts saying, this got to be the last time we even going to talk about her.
I really thought that was going to be the last time we ever brought up Larsa Pippen. And clearly not, because now it's like a thing, and that is my catchphrase.
So for the people that were with their families, Liv, tell everybody kind of what was going on.
So apparently Bronny liked Larsa's picture.
Bronny is LeBron and Savannah James' son, her oldest son, their oldest son.
Bronny,
16 years old.
Bronny liked Larsa's picture on Instagram.
Which wasn't like a sexually suggestive picture, let's be clear. It was just a regular selfie. It wasn't that deep.
Did they say that she was exchanging messages
So
with
that
him
is
or
the
something?
problem. It was brought up by Black Sports Online that someone said that they had been exchanging DMs. So none of us saw proof of these DMs. They just said a quote unquote reliable source, said that they had been exchanging DMs. But mind you,
and they deleted that
they did
post, by the way.
He did.
After
Yes,
she
he
threatened
did.
to sue.
He did. Because it was nasty. Not only is he a 16-year-old boy, I saw women too accusing Larsa of then rape. Because of course, as a woman of her age, talking to a 16-year-old, yes, it's statutory. So I was just like seeing the levels. I said, you're putting the accusations of rape on a woman based on someone liking her picture. Do we not see how this escalated so fucking quickly? I'm glad that she responded to this. I mean, I think a lot of us just want her to shut up because she has very future type of quotes that she posts. But I think that she does. She be posting tweets.
Ain't no fucking way.
I'm just glad that she responded to that. You know what? So I know what you said. Bridget, I'm going to let you talk. But here's how I feel about this. Larsa did confirm in a tweet. She
I'm gonna
said,
let you speak. But
I'm gonna let you speak.
I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm gonna let you finish. But so Larsa tweeted, I've been separated, going through a divorce for over 2 years, and I've been linked to a few guys my entire life. So don't sit here and paint a picture of me that isn't true. I want to speak to the part that Larsa has not only been with Scottie Pippen for over 20 years, she does have, 3 or 4 kids with him. Mm-hmm. And so to me, as someone who's 46, the idea of her maybe going to date someone her own age, she's not looking to settle down. She's probably looking to have the fun that she feels like she hasn't been able to have because she's been a wife. She's been helping Scottie with his career, managing everything he has going on, and being a mom. I can also see, honestly, I'm also going to tell you now, y'all ain't going to like this, but ladies, if you want to cheat and just have fun, a married nigga is the way to go. So it makes sense for her to go to the married. I'm sorry, because married men are fun. You're not going to have to deal with the finances and the things that come with a relationship with a married man. You just have
the views
fun.
by Mandy are not especially expressed by the entire cast.
I'm just saying. And shouldn't married people cheat with married people? To me, it just makes sense. So we're not going to talk about Bronny because that's not confirmed. But as far as her with the Malik Beasley guy, he's 24. She's 46. To me, if you're feeling like you weren't able to live out your 20s and your 30s because you were a mom, you were a wife, to me, it makes sense for her to go younger. Bridget, I know we don't agree on shit, so go ahead.
We usually do. On in terms of defending women and the rights of women, I think we're usually in sync. With this particular instance, there's two things.
Talk to me.
Number one, because she's a mother, I am an advocate, and anybody who knows me will always attest to this. I am an advocate for the how. It's not the what, it's the how. How you handle a situation, how you respond to the bullshit, how you react when somebody calls you out and accuses you of whatever. She's 46 years old. This is not her first fucking rodeo. Before she gets to be fucking independent, beautiful, successful Larsa Pippen, she is a mother and she is a wife because she's still running around with Pippen as her last name. So before she can do all of that, how she handles things in this interim, in this purgatory of separation from her husband, she needs to watch how she moves. Bronny is someone else's child. There should never be any acknowledgement of anything on the internet. That needed to be a phone call to Savannah and LeBron. Like, my bad. I don't know what's y'all. Whatever the shit is going on with social media. As a mother, just know it's not that kind of party. You don't need to post nothing on the fucking internet.
Right.
You're a mother. You don't need to respond to nothing unless it has to do with your children. You don't owe the internet that. You don't owe the world that. The only person you should be having a conversation with are the parents of that young adult because you're a mother. So as a mother, talk to the mother. Don't talk to the fucking world. Number two.
Scream Man, real quick, can you also pull up, she had a tweet that was deleted that referenced dealing with younger men. And I think that relates to kind of what Bridget is talking about. It ended up getting deleted because it sounded bad.
She's entitled to do what she wants to do as a grown woman, right? And I think it sucks that when women do this, women are ridiculed way more than when men do this, right? We're in agreement about that. It's a double standard. However, the other thing is too, for her to say people are spreading things about what's not true and blah, 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 blah. Sis, you surrender so much personal information about who you fucking with and how you not low, you don't care. If you're going to act like you don't care, keep that same energy, baby girl. Like, at the end of the day, she tweeted something about Malik's ex-girlfriend. Well, they were separated before da-da-da-da. And Shorty responded ASAP. Like, that is 100% false.
Yeah, this is the tweet that ended up getting deleted.
Oh, yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yes, she said that my ex and all of my guy friends date younger women, and that's okay, ...
I don't think it's I don't think it's the age thing that people are that pressed about.
But I think with what you're saying is, if you're being accused right now of potentially talking to a 16-year-old, this was a bad tweet to post.
Terrible.
But to also say, I guess she was getting the same slack with the Malik guy because he's 24. I guess I want to ask y'all, like, do y'all because we see the double standard in that sense a lot. Like, we know a lot of grown ass men who be out here fucking off on 18 and 20-year-old girls, and they think that's cute, but then they want to sit here. Like, so do y'all believe that it's okay for older women to talk to younger guys? To me, in this sense, I do.
If they are of age, absolutely.
I agree too.
Because it's also it's really nobody's fucking business as long as you are not violating anybody's rights.
Or law.
Or law. You know what I'm saying? I think that that's appropriate. Like I said, I'm acknowledging that there's a double standard. The part that irks me is, at the end of the day, you're a mom. So your number one job is to protect your children and make sure that...
What Savannah said?
Savannah said, everything going on in this world right now, this is the shit y'all talking about. At the end of the day, y'all are talking about a minor. I don't care what type of celebrity y'all think he is. He's a child, and the bullshit needs to stop. Y'all got the right one, and that's why I said...
Come on, Savannah.
Larsa,
you know what I
needs
mean?
the pause put on her for this. Because...
Give me that energy.
At the end of the day, as a mother, that's who you... That's who you address.
Right.
I agree. That's who you need to talk to. Don't fucking go on Twitter. You're a mom. You're a mom. Whatever her wife shit is, whatever her marriage situation is fine. As a person with a mom, as we all have, I would be mortified if my mother is putting her personal shit out on the internet and while people are spreading lies about me. When she was the one surrendering information about, I was with Tristan Thompson first. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, she's been doing a lot of her own
a lot of
these
these flames.
That's a nice gamer mouse. that Bronny has.
Look,
All right.
here you go. Here you go.
Well, at
No,
least
but
he's
like-
a rich kid. No,
I mean, you know what? I ain't gonna hold you. I've been looking up the game.
It was a lot,
just
but-
a little
No,
bit.
no, no,
Again,
don't
with
even-
COVID,
don't
I mean,
even-
I'm
don't
just
even-
saying, I was looking them up.
Don't even get
Like
into
I
it.
was just looking them up.
okay.
Like,
All of that
some of them
to
kind of
say-
got money.
All of that to say, at 11:59, Larsa Pippen just need to get the fuck off social media. If you that pressed to live your life and you don't care how people feel about you, you don't care what that shit looks like, get the fuck off the internet.
I mean,
bitch.
I said
Stop.
it before, and I just don't understand why this is bars
She has
for
4
her.
children.
But
she's beautiful. She got 4 kids. She looks like
And
she's
it's-
fun. She look like she having a good time. Stop
Yeah.
responding to this shit.
And it's honestly a situation where it's like, I don't want it because I don't live her life. You don't want to judge too much. But at the same time, I mean, I've heard her, well, not heard her, but read where she said, she spent her 20s and her early 30s being a mother, being a wife, being, the manager to Scotty's empire. Like, she spent a lot of time raising her family, and now it's her time for her to live her life. But when you become a mother, that's it. You a whole mom. You could get divorced all you want to, but at the end of the day, you're a mother first and foremost. Any decision that you make, and we talked about this on other episodes, where it's like, okay, in my absence or in your man's absence,
Yes.
you want
You act
somebody
accordingly.
to move and
You
act
act
accordingly.
accordingly.
And this is what mothers are supposed to do.
Correct.
You're supposed to move and act accordingly to your family, to your legacy.
You are supposed to be protecting your children.
At all times. You are now feeding them to the wolves when you put yourself out there constantly on social media for them to be ridiculed and shamed and cast about because somebody feels a certain way about how their mom is being portrayed when that has nothing to do with them, but they're just here by association.
Right.
That's why I'm super protective over my daughter, social media and all that stuff, because it's like, people are crazy. Point blank, period. People out here are just crazy sometimes. So you really got to be careful about what you say. The deleted tweet where she's like, oh, all my guy friends and my ex have dated. That sounds crazy because now it's like, okay, you're trying to defend somebody. You're trying to defend yourself for possibly being engaging with a young child.
Which is it was a bad timing for the tweet.
It was a terrible take.
It was.
It was a terrible take, but I guess she's trying to defend herself. So you're just digging yourself deeper. Even if that's not the intent that it was, you're digging yourself deeper where you could just literally just shut up. Be a mother to your children, make sure they're protected and well taken care of, and just not say anything at all.
Right. Yeah.
Unbothered.
It's a mess. Larsa.
This was bars for her. Let her live, bitch. Anyway,
know,
I'm
like,
still,
oh,
you know what?
geez.
I am still for women, despite being mothers, like going out,
I am
dating,
too.
making sure that they're happy,
It's the
making
how,
sure that.
but it's the
and I
how,
understand
man.
the how. I understand the how. But
She should be able to fuck who she want, spend money with who she want, travel with who she want.
I'll be honest though, this is also to me such a different era because when I was growing up, my mom wasn't on MySpace or wasn't on social media. This didn't
I mean, we live in
exist.
different times,
You know what I mean?
so
We do
it's-
live in
it's so
different times. So
normal.
it's also just, to me, it's just so different because I get it. Like I wouldn't know how to react if all of my mom's moves, I could see her getting dressed and going out and getting drunk with her friends and stuff like that. I didn't have visuals of that because there was no social media for me to see that growing up. So I know that we're in a different time, we're in a different age, but I do still feel like just because you become a mom doesn't mean that your whole life as far as fun is over or dating is over and
No.
things
It
like that.
doesn't mean that.
That's
but
not- that's not what anybody's saying.
That's definitely not the message that
No.
at least we're trying to push across. I could have my fun. I can go out and do my thing and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I can't put myself in certain situations where I'm at a party and there's wild amounts of coke and
Right.
I can't put myself in situations like that because at the end of the day, I have a child to go home to. I have to make sure
And she
I'm
has 4.
safe and secure and sound.
She has 4 to go home
4
to.
of them. I
Yeah.
can't put myself in situations where, perfect example. On Christmas morning at my parents' house, we talked about the trust being amended, because those are the things parents are supposed to do. We're supposed to make sure that the will and the trust, because you never know, just in case something happens, everybody has to be taken care of.
Correct.
That's how a parent's mind state has to be at all times.
Right.
I mean, we're not expecting her to like literally just do that every single day,
Right.
but be mindful of the things that you say and do as a parent.
I can get that.
That's
She's being
it.
selfish then.
Yeah, it's being
in a lot of
but
her
also childish.
responses, it is
immature.
childish.
Really selfish.
It is.
Immature.
It is.
It's just, like I said, it's not her first rodeo. She been in the game as a wife to a superstar for 20
And a girlfriend, a future
years.
child.
You know how media works. You know how this thing
You
goes.
understand how this shit's supposed to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She understands the game. So for her to be playing it this way is reckless and it's whack. That's why I said, as a mom first, you need to get on the line and be like, excuse me, Savannah, just as letting you know as a mother, I don't think this shit is cool. I don't rock with this. The internet is taking this too far. This is a situation.
You're right.
This is a safe, you know what I'm saying? That's a safe space as moms. Like that's, as a mother, your allies should be other mothers. I just think in situations like that, there should be a moment of like figuring it out. But
Like I was just like, okay, like this isn't the year to really hold grudges. This isn't the year to like really like hold in all of that negativity, because you don't know how quick someone could be taken away from you, or when the last time you'll be able to speak to them, especially with how quick COVID has taken people. So, I mean, like I said, it was awkward. It was awkward. It's funny that we had the daddy issues conversation in maybe episode 2. It was just weird. It was one of those weird interactions where, you know, I was just like, yeah, Dad, of course I love you. Hey,
how long had it been since you've seen him though? When was the last time you actually saw him, physically saw him?
Maybe it was a pop-up that he came to my house. Had to be at least 6 years ago.
Wow.
6 years ago. And I mean, this is probably sharing a lot, but the last time we talked was 2016, top of 2016. I had just got back from studying abroad. Again, probably saying too much. I'll figure this out later.
No such thing.
Yeah, no.
Not for you.
He called asking for money because he needed it at the time, and I didn't have it. And it was like a more so like, you know, he felt entitled to his daughter's paying him back for child support that he had paid.
But also assumed that because you were studying abroad,
that I had the money. And I didn't. And so it was just an awkward, you know, it wasn't a, hey, what are you doing? Like,
how are you?
It wasn't a, how are you? It was a, hey, I need something and you kind of owe me because I pay child support. And it was just really weird. But also, like, it's weird because another conversation we were having off air is that he never thought bartending was a real job. And so now that I'm a podcaster, it's weird because I do wonder now, like, what his thoughts are of me doing this. I mean, of course, I was an accountant prior. I went to school, got my degree, became a corporate worker. And then after a year, I'm a full-time podcaster. And he never thought bartending or bottle serving or anything hospitality was a real job. You know, Jamaican, like he does construction. He's always had multiple jobs. Like, and so, but he always felt like you had to get a paycheck. You had to, you know, be working towards a pension, a 401k, all of those things that, of course, you don't get with bartending.
Let me give you a little something.
Yes, talk to me, girl.
So a couple years ago, when I started therapy, I went to my therapist and, you know, telling him my relationship with my parents, They don't really get me career-wise. They just don't see it as you know, literally the same thing you're telling me. One tidbit that he gave me was he was like, well, you know, I've had other patients come in that are first generation American to West Indian parents. And a lot of the times, West Indian parents and African parents as well, unintentionally are envious of the freedom that you have in terms of career choices. Mm-hmm. And so they see that and they become a little bit resentful, but it's not intentional. So I would tell you just to not just see your dad, really look at who he is in the grand scheme as a person. You'll have a better understanding of why he is the way he is. And I mean, you don't have to forgive everything that he's done, but like you'll have a better that's what I had to do with my dad, my parents, like just really see their upbringing, you know, how hard they work, all these jobs.
Oh yeah, and he worked hard. He a Jamaican.
Right.
And my mom as a single parent also had 3 jobs to provide for a household. So it was I've grown up in that environment of working parents. And so a part of it is, I don't know how they feel about me. Like, this space was not anything that they would have thought I would grow up to be, you know?
It's not something for them to understand, because even with us navigating ourselves in these spaces of podcasting, this is still fairly new.
Especially as women.
For us.
Oh, listen, my mother told me that I was moving back to New York from LA for an internship. She was on the phone with my aunt, like, she moved back.
Wait, you heard her
this.
say this?
Yes. And then she doubled down. First of all, MK... This might be offensive.
Why you never brought her on to Love and Hip Hop? I would have loved to see her.
This might be offensive to some people, my family members included, but I always looked at my mother as like the biggest waste of white. Like, I would think about any reference that we could consider commercially about how white moms
Look
are,
at Liv's face,
and how loving and affectionate and adoring they are, and how supportive, and oh honey, you're gonna be great. My mother was none of those things. Like, whoa, no. My mother was like, oh, does someone need a truth? Does someone need a reality check? Does someone need a chin check to the jaw? Here it is. That was my mother. So when
God damn.
When we were first,
y'all ain't know we was this real, did you?
We were first
talking about our parents up in here.
We were first conceptualizing, like that whole call your mother by her first. My mother rocked my jaw when I was like 17 years old because I was a jerk. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mother, again, I missed this is my friend Karen. No. This is Miss So and So. You don't speak unless spoken to. You seen, you not heard. You do. Well, it was very.
Yeah.
Okay, culturally, that's not a white thing, for the record. A lot of my family, my white family, doesn't operate that way. They're just willy-nilly with it all. Like, the kids don't, there's no boundaries. Everybody just kind of runs amok. But either way.
Well, I'm glad you know your white side. They didn't care to know us because we were black.
I mean, I cared.
Oh yeah, there's layers here, and it's so crazy.
It was a default setting. Well, it was a default setting because most of my dad's family, we were the other family, so my dad's family didn't know who I was till I was 12. But that's, I said,
y'all layers.
It's a lot of shit going on. But I will say, that perspective and therapy as well has helped me look and view my mother more as a person now than just as my mother. Because viewing her as my mother, and then she asked me not too long ago, she was like, yo, did you feel loved as a kid? And I was like, yeah, I felt loved as a kid, but I didn't feel seen or understood. Like, I didn't feel like she ever really got me or understood me, but did I feel love? Sure. I trusted that she wasn't going to do no stupid shit and leave me somewhere unsafe. But did I feel like she was really looking at me like, yo, talk to me about how you feel about things. Tell me what your thoughts are.
I'm not going to lie. That's one of those things with what you were talking about earlier. As we get older, I don't think parents realize that we become adults. And as adults, we start to view people as people.
Right.
And I think that was the problem. I'm someone who doesn't justify someone's shitty behaviors because we're related through blood. Yeah. And so, unfortunately, you got to look at people as the fucked up people that they are outside of your brother, your cousin, your mother, your daddy. And it's crazy because I remember at times of my lowest, there were friends that were there well before blood and family. Mm-hmm. And so it's crazy that when you do grow up, you start to look at things from the past and the present just so much differently because you have a logic of reality. And I think as children, nothing's real, essentially, until we get into the real world. Right. And I don't think that we really do that. So even with what you're saying, she probably just,
Well, I mean, she means well. You know what I'm saying? But at 34 now, I can look at her and shake my head and be like, damn, I know you love me and you mean well, but it doesn't mean the shit hurts any less. It just means I'm accepting and understanding of her capacity as a person versus trying to hold her accountable and hold her to an expectation that, truthfully, in my 34 years of life, she's never been able to reach. You know what I'm saying? And, and I would rather not set her up for failure and set myself up for disappointment in that space. I'd rather just understand she's doing the best she can with what she got. And truth be told, and this is for all of my friends and peers who are parents too, sometimes your best is not great. And it's not. Sometimes parents' best shot is not that great. And it's not necessarily our job to course correct in the moment that they're fucking up and they don't know they're fucking up. But I do believe that sometimes parents really think that because they do their best, that should just be the grail.
Liv,
the
I
holy
want
grail.
your opinion on that because you're the only mom sitting here, and I mean, you hearing what Bridget and I both have to say as far as our relationship with our parents. How do you feel as a parent hearing that? Like what are your thoughts on that?
As a parent, it just learning what I went through with my parents in terms of trying to get them to understand me better and understand my passions and understand, who I am and what makes me, really tick and what really brings life into me. And the way I wanted to, translate that into a career, they just couldn't really grasp it for a very long time. So it just made me be a lot more, open-minded as a parent in terms of, fostering, okay, you really like gaming, clearly. So let's foster that.
Right.
And understand that, you can turn this into a career.
Right.
You can, start a YouTube channel. You can learn coding. You can do so many different things with this. But let's start the 10,000 hours now. And, this doesn't have to be your end all be all, but just understand this is an option.
Yeah.
And if you change
I love
your
that.
mind, you can do other things. That's, granted, and I will always give my parents this. I was put into dance school at 3 years old. They saw.
That's why you killed us with the body yada 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 yada.
That's why we got hoodwinked.
You were like you did.
Doing body yada yada is like taking me to karaoke.
Bitch,
like,
you a whole ass choreographer,
Yeah,
bitch.
I've definitely.
You said,
Brown,
"Oh, I
Mac
got
Miller,
this," and had the whole everything moving. I said, "All right, man."
Yeah, I've danced professionally before.
Look,
DJing.
of course. Oh.
Sorry, y'all.
Yeah,
But yeah,
my titties was just out the bra. They didn't even get the. It was just like
It's just
Milkshake.
knowing these things that my parents they spent the time fostering because they just thought it was an after school hobby, not
Right.
realizing
Right,
that
right,
this
right.
is what I really wanted to do in life.
Right.
And so when I'm actually pursuing it, they're like, "Wait a minute.
right.
We just thought we were supposed to be doing the thing that parents do in terms of like, your hobbies and paying." They didn't
Oh, they thought it was a
realize-
hobby.
But it's also
Yeah.
really dope that you have done so much of the work, like you said, and what you pride yourself on as a woman is how much work you've done on yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Between becoming a mom and now, it's like a lot of women and not just women, a lot of parents, period, men too. It happens to men as well. They get lost in the crazy mix of life and don't necessarily create that space for them to nurture their kids and themselves simultaneously.
Yeah, because when I became a mom, I was still a kid mentally. Like, I was 21, 22, but I was still mentally a kid. So I always say me and my child are growing up together.
Yeah.
We're learning things together. I'm literally having conversations. Well, how did you feel when this happened? And I'm really trying my best because I know I would have loved to have those conversations with my parents. And I also, I've learned to not carry resentment for my parents because they and we have more conversations now that I've let that resentment go. Where they did the best they could and they know what they know and they tried their best and they're still trying their best to really foster that relationship. So I can't, even with your dad making that attempt to come to the house, knowing that it wouldn't be well received, that's his attempt.
I was about to say, and they all let me know when I was cooking the mac and cheese, your daddy coming.
Exactly, because they know you wouldn't have got on that plane. Exactly.
No, it was interesting.
She would have got on the plane.
I had to for my sister. I will say, like you said, the resentment aspect of it is definitely like a big thing.
You gotta let that go for yourself.
But also,
not even for them. You
but
let
also,
that go
I think
for
just
yourself.
as an adult, you start to view things differently. Like, bitch, I'm buying furniture right now. I ain't know why the fuck my mama ain't want me to get on the couch with food until I noticed them shits was $2,000. Like, bitch, I ain't noticed why we had paper plates growing up because, goddamn it, nobody wants to do dishes after working an 8-hour shift.
Right.
Or why the fuck we had hamburger helper 3 times a week because, bitch, cooking everything else takes time.
Hamburger helper,
like,
very easy to
I ain't gonna hold you now, bro.
It takes time and money.
So when I became an adult, like I will not eat off paper plates. I don't do hamburger helper. I'm like scarred for life with certain things growing up. Like I will not buy a goddamn box of hamburger helper because stroganoff, taco mac, mac and cheese, like all
makes
of the.
it makes a great meal.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I can't do it. But also the paper plates just brings me back to.
No, it's devastating.
Yeah, and I grew up in a single parent household, so a part of me even resented like when I became an adult. Fuck, I really have to work fucking 2 and 3 jobs to pay my fucking bills, and I don't have the money to do the things I want to do. And a lot of that was just like, damn. And my mom did this raising 3 girls.
So see, here's that. So imagine your dad saying that to himself as he's trying to raise all the kids that he's made and paying and making sure financially they're taken care of. And then his daughter becomes an adult and it doesn't seem like she has to work that hard.
So then the resentment is almost reversed because now it looks like, damn. And I mean, it's funny. My mother actually recently, and she's gonna listen to this episode and be pissed that I'm sharing this, but it's fine.
My whole family probably.
It's fine. It's fine. We're getting paid now, so now I can talk about.
It's not an
internship. Okay? Now we're not in an internship. We're not interns. We're not in the mail room, so we get to talk about what the fuck we're gonna talk about now.
This is not to bash y'all.
No, my mother recently apologized for punishing me as a kid because she didn't want anything to come easy to me. She never wanted me to get accustomed to the idea that something could just be given freely, right? And there was a part of her that she acknowledged wanted me to suffer because she was struggling and she was suffering.
Ooh.
Which is
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. My first job, guys, by the way, Quiznos, started making $6.75, got to $7 once I learned all of the sandwiches. But my entire, I'm serious, I got a quarter raise once I learned the sandwiches by heart. But that was kind of what I experienced, again, because both of my parents worked so hard. By the time I got to high school or of legal age to work, I was almost forced to start working. So I was playing all the sports, making straight A's. I was in AP classes.
Yeah.
And still had a job. By my junior year of high school, I was working 2 jobs. I was at Coach and Route 21. I was working retail. I had 2 jobs in high school.
Right.
And was helping not only like buy all of my school clothes and whatever I wanted, I was helping with my younger siblings, but it was because you worked for, like, nothing got gave to you.
Right.
You
Nothing
worked
was
hard
given
for
to you.
everything you got.
right.
So yeah.
And so
she told you that though?
She apologized. Well, she apologized, which to me was the cherry on top, right? Because I never processed it that way, but I always looked at. I always knew she hated that I moved to LA. She was like, LA people are easy, they're soft, like they don't da 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 da. And I'm like, yo, stop.
I feel you, MK.
In New York, but in New York in general, like
it's a grind here though.
It's a grind, but also I think people in the Northeast for the most part, and that goes for New York, New England, if you know people in Boston and Rhode Island, Maine,
DMV.
Vermont, whatever, DMV,
Philly.
they pride themselves on being able to suffer through shit, whether it's winter, whether it's having to get on the train.
Y'all niggas better bundle up.
You know what I'm saying? It's brick outside. It's brick. You got to be built for that.
Or if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so for my mother grew up here. She's one of 10 kids. You know what I'm saying? She grew up one of 10 in a
2-bedroom house.
Three-bedroom house.
That's crazy.
With 10 kids? I can't even imagine that.
I couldn't imagine that.
She never had. She was number 6 in the fold.
She never had her own
She never
room.
had her own nothing. She never had her own clothes. It was hand me down everything. So we got hand me downs for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? And I would look at her crazy because I'm looking like, Ma, I know you making good. I know you making money. You know what I'm saying? Like this is crazy. Like we don't live. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't live in anywhere like unbecoming, or we don't live in the projects. We don't live like we're not poor. But I was made to feel like I was, or that I was undeserving because she wanted to instill in me the importance of working hard, and the pride that came with. And here's the thing, it worked.
That's the whole. I used to walk 15 miles to go to school in the snow with no shoes.
But it worked. It worked because I had it like you. I had 2 jobs.
Yeah.
I left my house when I was 17. It was like,
for me,
I moved in. We paying rent. Now I'm on a lease. Now I got to pay rent. I'm doing this. I'm working at the club at night.
If y'all want to know why I became a hoe,
during the day,
because I was forced. I'm just saying. No, like a part of me too was like, okay, no one is going to help me. I have to find a way to make all of this happen. At 18, I'm living on my own in Atlanta. I had 3 jobs. I was working at a call center. I was a bartender. And I worked at the Lenox Mall at Diesel. When I tell you all the jobs I've had, and then a part of it was like, dang, if I was dealing with a man, oh, you got to do something for me if you gonna deal with me. And that's where I got into this whole, I'm not gonna fuck with a nigga unless he doing for me mentality, because a part of it was, I have to fend for myself. Who's gonna help me get there if nobody else will?
And see, I was in the opposite place where I was like,
girl, you was Rock Nation, bitch.
Y'all not paying my fucking bills. Y'all not built for my bills. I'm gonna pay my bills. My credit score is 801. Suck my dick. Like, that's how I looked at everybody
look
else.
at Liv. Like, yeah, it was.
I was spoiled growing up. I was spoiled.
You listening to us like, damn, y'all had it so rough.
They had jobs. I had no job.
I had
like,
2 jobs.
I worked at Forever 21 and H&M.
And just for the discount, huh?
Just for the discount. I was super spoiled, and I think
I was working overtime at McDonald's, and we lived in Chelsea. Somebody make that make sense.
Yeah, I was in Flatbush, mad spoiled.
Yeah, no, my shit. Like, I literally packed up my Hyundai Sonata and moved out of my house 3 days after graduating high school. I walked the stage. My car was already packed during my graduation. 3 days later, I drove 6 hours up to Atlanta, moved to Atlanta, and I moved there and was like, okay, now what? Got accepted to Georgia State, was so excited. So got me a little summer job working at a call center. Bitch, went to Georgia State. They said, oh, out of state tuition. Okay, this is what you qualified for. You owe us another $20,000 in tuition.
Nope.
And I said, but my grades are good. How does that work? I didn't know how fucking college worked because I was also a first generation college student.
Right.
So I got financial aid. I thought financial aid was going to cover everything. No, financial aid covered $11,000 of a $22,000 tuition. And no one told me. I didn't know. So I literally.
But that's the fuck snake shit. And we talked about this last episode with my story. That's the fuck shit that these institutions set up. Teenagers.
Right. Yeah.
Scamming.
I didn't know.
Teenagers.
Didn't know.
I was 17. Well, granted, it was signed in pencil, but I was 17 when I signed that note.
Praise God for that pencil, by the way.
Shout out to the number 2 pencil.
Shout out to the number 2.
Hallelujah. But like, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
You had no idea going into the financial aid office what you
I didn't.
Because you have good grades, you're just going to be awarded. And
here I go, walking away from a full fucking ride to Florida, University of Florida, because I didn't want to be in goddamn Gainesville. I didn't want to. I leaving high school didn't want to be close to home. I wanted to be an adult.
Listen.
I want to be so close. Let me go home and call my parents.
I mean, my mother.
Tell them thank you. Because we had a rough, huh?
My mother worked at Columbia Presbyterian Hospital at the time, and if I had wanted to go to Columbia University, the tuition would have been half off. And my stupid ass was like, no, I want to go to New School to study jazz. What the fuck?
Go dumbass.
My dumbass could have gone to Columbia. And my mother was like, all right, bitch, whatever you want to do, fuck it.
Bitch, all the good NBA players came out of UF. If I knew what I knew now, I would have went to the University of Florida, bitch.
Get my wine.
I probably would have been married to Joakim. Even though he like,
and
he don't even be playing.
And then you would have been out here like Larsa.
I mean, he don't be, okay, maybe, you right. All right, let's go ahead. All right, fuck it. Let's get into our freshly squeezed, baby.
We need to get into our freshly squeezed. Brought to you.
All right.
Brought to you by Audio Mac.
Okay, actually, guys, Parks, can you grab that little tidbit? Because they've been asking for a goddamn drop. Here we go. Y'all just did it. We got to grab it. There we go. Even though I think we only got like 2 more weeks to them, but we'll see. Anyways.
We're grateful either way. Because
we're grateful for Audio Mac.
No, and you know what? I think we may be one of like the only, like, I love that we have our own playlist. Like, for those watching us on the YouTube, y'all can't hear like the music, but like a lot of people will hit us and be like, yo, what was the song? And it's just like, if you go straight to Audio Mac, like we have a playlist. Yeah. Y'all can literally get all the songs we've played on the podcast from episode 1 to now 13. Yeah. Like, I love it. I think
lucky 13 this week.
Oh, you feel me? We ending the year off with the 1-3, baby. Yeah. So it was Christmas week. I have just one song, but let's see what y'all got for the new music.
I had a couple. I mean, I've been trying, since I'm going to Wet Willie's for New Year's, I've been trying to keep on top of my fitness shit. And my boyfriend is obsessed with this artist Fleego, and so we've been listening to this song around the clock. And I know that
Where's he from? I've never heard.
He's a New Yorker. Fligo is a New Yorker.
Oh, y'all know I don't listen to New York music.
I mean, the name says it all.
Fligo sounds like a New York rapper.
Fligo sounds like a whole New York uptown nigga. Yeah.
Fligo sounds like Baboni. I don't know. It sounds like maybe from another language.
No, Fligo has a song called "I Love to Trap" featuring Bam Vito.
Okay, now I love to trap.
Fligo from? I'm interested.
Can we look that up, Screamin'?
Let's look up where Fligo is from.
Look, hey, Screamin', you should have been looking it up, though. Why ain't see the cursor moving?
Because my man,
how do you even spell Fligo?
No, shout out to Alex.
It's EEGO. Oh, Sligo in the Republic of Ireland. Not that. FLEEGO. I might have some family. We might have some family over there, man.
He's from Philly.
This nigga said Philadelphia.
No, that's Lego.
That's Lego.
Oh,
Where is Lego from? Philadelphia.
Oh, wait. New York native rapper, tastemaker.
Okay, yeah, that's got to be him, right?
Okay.
Oh, so he's born in Philly, but he's from Flatbush, and he's Jamaican. Well, that makes sense as to why my man is obsessed, because he's Jamaican.
Yes.
Okay.
And he's Jamaican from Flatbush. So shout out to Fligo.
Not hanging out the car.
That's some New York shit, too. Look at this shearling.
Not with
you
the
see
furs.
this shearling? You see this shearling? No, that's a shearling. It's not a fur. It's not the same.
What's the difference?
The shearling is lamb skin. Mm-hmm. It's the skin. The inside is the fur and the hair. It's the thickness, but the outside is like a skin. Sheep leather. Sheep, lamb. Yeah.
Wait, sheep, lamb, and...
No, I'm just saying it's sheep and lamb. It's lamb skin.
So it's like 3 different animals?
No, it just...
Wait, a sheep and a lamb?
It could be, because that's trim.
Those are 2 different animals, though, right?
That's 2 different animals. He got on a fur,
sheep
collar,
and lamb are 2 different ones. Oh, the lamb is the baby sheep.
The lamb is a baby sheep. It's not 2 different ones. That's not the same. It's a baby, and it's like a doe and a... Yeah, never mind. A fawn.
I was like, damn, how many animals? How many animals for a jacket?
Jesus Christ. It's like a mare and a stallion. 2 different animals.
Oops.
So he's got fur. It's probably, nutria over this shearling. But this song, "I Love to Trap," has been a workout record for me.
Come on, workout record. I'm gonna get in the gym in 2021.
I think he likes to trap.
I think he does too.
Maybe. Not sure yet.
Yeah.
I love the video. Come on with the house strip club. That's COVID right there.
COVID shit.
COVID shit.
Yeah. So shout out to Fligo, young Jamaican from Flatbush. I know he from your hood, Liv.
Listen, he's my neighbor, clearly.
Come on, knock on our door.
Hear me talking about Uptown. He's my neighbor. Shout out to Fligo.
Yeah, so we love Fligo. And my girl SZA dropped a record called "Good Days" this past week. On Christmas, actually. And I like that she did this cute little rendition of Lil Wayne's. Which Carter album is this? With her baby picture with
Carter
Good Days?
2?
Carter 2?
I think Carter 57.
Don't do that.
3? Is it Carter 3?
Don't do that. Is it Carter 3? It's Carter 3, right? Okay, Carter 3.
Carl
My bad.
Tell me it's Carter 3.
My bad. Why the white man in the room know which Carter it is?
3.
God damn. All right.
Carter 3.
Carter 3.
He knew the answer.
He said right here, baby.
This is why we keep, everybody in here on top of their game. Yeah, so Good Days. My girl SZA dropped this Good Days record on Christmas, which was a good day to drop Good Days.
What's it about? Like, what's the vibe?
She's just talking about letting her hair down and just kind of just trying to keep her shit together throughout this crazy life.
I think a lot of artists are making this type of songs
trying to be
this year.
a nuisance.
I mean,
it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need some more quarantine thick type of songs.
Can't keep what's holding me. She's trying to live her life. Trying to live her best life. Yeah, she still wants to believe in good days, like we all do.
Until I could go to Europe without a goddamn test, it ain't no good days, bitch.
I don't want to go to Europe. It's cold there right now.
Okay, right now
you
it
got
is. You're
good
right.
days.
You're right.
Don't say that. Europe
It's a beautiful.
It's
It's a really nice.
Okay, I gotta keep from losing the rest of me. Still worried that I wasted the best of me. Oh, on you though. I think this is like a love song, bitch.
Kind of, sorta.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of, sorta.
I can vibe with it. I
love SZA's writing in general. I just think she is an incredible storyteller.
She does all her own writing?
Mm-hmm. She co-writes on some things, but
I can dig it. It's a lot of instrumentals. Where the words?
Oh well, we got the tail end of the
okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
wanted to get the last bit where she
Okay.
says she ain't missing no ex. You know what I'm saying?
I know that's right.
That's a good day.
I ain't
When
missing
you're not
none of
missing your
y'all.
ex, it's a good day. I'm having a lot of good days, bitch. Cheers. Cheers to good days.
Yeah.
Cheers.
You're not missing no
Hold
exes,
on, we
okay?
ain't missing no exes. I love that.
No. There it is. There
we go. There we go. Nah, I ain't missing no exes. I ain't gonna hold you. Like,
Having a lot of good days. I'm grateful.
I love
Yes.
it. That is good.
Shout out
That is
to SZA.
good. That is good.
Thanks for that, babe.
Yeah.
That was a great record for this last week of the year.
Absolutely.
What about you, Liv? What you got over there
I've
for the
been
new
listening
music?
to Ruby Rose's new EP.
Oh, come on,
So, real quick,
Ruby Rose. Okay. Oh shit.
I will say, I ended up running into Ruby Rose. I ain't gonna say but in LA.
I ain't gonna say well.
And I
you
will-
got mad Florida with it,
I
so
mean,
I already know it's about
I
to be
will
a wild
say,
ass story.
she actually, when I saw her, I said, "Oh, nigga, I know who that is. I follow her." She actually looks just like her fucking pictures.
Oh.
And as soon as I saw her, I was with a nigga and he was like, "You don't know who that is?" I said, "I swear to God, I done liked this bitch pictures a couple times." I said, "I think I know who this is." And when I went to her picture, she had the same view as me, bitch. We was at the same place. And I was like, damn, because yes, she's young, but she is one of the very few women that I saw, and I was like, God damn, she looks just like her pictures.
She's a beautiful,
She's
beautiful
a beautiful
woman.
girl. So, Ruby Rose, if you listening, sis, don't let them niggas fly you out on a one-way in 2021, baby. You worth so much more, baby. And if
a
they
rose
and guess
is
what?
still a Ruby Rose.
And guess what, baby?
Baby girl.
If they ain't gonna give you a round trip, baby, I will, cause I seen you and you
All
look
right.
good, baby.
I gotta
Yeah.
shout
I'm
out my
sorry.
boys AO and Keys too, because they worked on For the Streets. So
Yeah.
Nah, but she's been working hard. I will say she's getting in her lanes, and you know what? And we'll get into this later on in this episode. I think that ladies, you are a prize. Fuck these niggas with a title or whatever type of rapper, whatever they are. You are a prize, and someone like
Set a
Ruby,
roll.
and we gonna tell Iggy
still
how much
Ruby
all of that.
Rose.
Say that.
Baby girl, you're still a flower.
But yeah, shout out
He
to
can
Ruby,
leave you and not pay for your
looking like her
flight back.
pictures. There we go.
But you still a flower, Ruby Rose. So I listened to the whole EP.
It was good.
It was cool.
Okay,
But the intro track,
I love a good intro.
she was in
not
her
with
bag.
Cardi B.
Well, Cardi B gives props at the end. It's a snippet of Cardi B pretty much giving props to Ruby Rose and how dope of an MC she is, and she just has that voice that you want to listen to. There's a lot of female MCs out here, but Ruby Rose is special because she has that voice. So
She has that body too, and them titties,
Okay,
and that face.
she do. But
She beautiful.
We talking about the music right now.
Okay, my bad.
So it's called Intro / Cardi B Interlude, and it's just her getting her bag on some Meek Mill, Cardi B intro, just like how Cardi
Let
B
us
did.
outside.
Yeah, let us outside, please.
Okay.
In her bag.
This don't sound like it would come out of that little body.
Right.
Yeah, she's a rapper. You didn't know
she's
that?
a rapper.
Rapper, yeah.
Yeah.
Folks sleeping on Ruby Rose.
It's because she's sleeping on the wrong niggas' mattresses,
Yeah.
but. Where's she from?
I thought she from Atlanta, no?
No, I don't think.
Wait, man,
Where's
she
Ruby
from?
Rose from?
Is she from Atlanta?
Cause she coming a little hard. This ain't no LA bitch.
Kentucky.
Wait, raised in Switzerland. Excuse me?
Is she an army brat?
Has to be born in Kentucky, raised in Switzerland. Oh, came to Atlanta in her early teens. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Ruby was featured as the lead girl in the Migos video. Okay.
In Bad and Bougie, yeah.
Oh, I thought that was Tommy.
She was in Bad and Bougie too.
She was in Bad and Bougie as well?
She wasn't.
She was, I guess, one of the scenes
With her
where
ramen
she-
noodles.
No, well, that's Tommy.
That was Tommy.
But,
Tommy had the ramen.
I guess the
But-
scene where what's his name? Offset is rapping. Ruby Rose is on the side.
I feel so bad because she's so beautiful. I didn't know she had bars like this.
Yeah, people
and I
don't
think that a lot of
listen.
people like just see her as a
really
beautiful
pretty.
person. Like, bitch, that was
she
bars.
was in the Lil Uzi Vert's video as well.
Yeah.
I don't
No, this is Bad and Bougie.
Oh, okay.
She had that went hard. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to replay that. Is the rest of the EP good? Is it an EP or album?
I
EP.
wish it was a little bit better. I guess certain songs, just the energy that was given on the intro, everything else kind of fell short because the intro came in so hard.
Were
'Cause,
the rest
it's
of the
a
songs just
decent
not that
EP.
hard?
Yeah, it's a decent EP, but the intro came in so hard. So everything else just sounded like, okay, this is cool.
What would be? I see she has a song with Future and Party Next Door, a song that says He and His Feelings. What would be maybe the next song that you would recommend off the EP?
I guess A Whole Lot of Liquor.
With
based
the
on the
feature and
features.
Party.
Mainly because it's based on the features. Like I said, nothing really hit to me like intro did.
Okay.
So yeah, just based on the features, I'd say
Real
Future
quick,
and Party Next Door. But there was
If
another
you could just
track.
think though, off the Meek album, off of the intro that we all know, what else hit off that album harder than the intro?
You right.
All we needed was the intro.
You know that's
to
all
be
that was
honest.
playing through the goddamn club.
It's true. It's true.
You know,
I'm happy that female rappers with bars are coming back to the forefront. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? You can't suck anymore. You can't be cute and be trash. She's cute and she's great. You can't be cute and be trash.
But
It's
I'm
just
not
a
gonna
thing.
lie. That's why I said I feel like, damn, this might have worked against her because I felt like she was just
No.
such a pretty face that I don't think I've given enough listen to her as an artist.
I think young women like her. Lady London is another one. Bars on bars on bars. Lady London's from the Bronx. I think she's in the Bronx.
I believe so.
I believe she's in the Bronx. Lady London is a beast. She's a monster.
There's actually,
she's
and
a
you know
beautiful
what?
girl,
I may have
too.
to bring them up in the next New Year. I can't remember the name, but there's a duo in New York right now that sounds really good. Do you know who I'm talking about? Damn, I can't think of who the fuck they are, but they're really, really good. I'm gonna have to do my research and bring them up in a current episode.
We'll come back to it.
I wanted to bring up for my new music, Tink dropped an EP that you guys kind of actually put me up on. I ain't gonna hold you, and then I was like,
happy
oh,
to
let
hear
me
from
listen to this.
Tink, I haven't heard
But
new
I
stuff from
like
Tink in
Tink.
a while, but I like her.
really like
Yeah.
Tink.
And she's put out a few projects this year. A few
projects?
Yeah, like
Really?
at least this is the third EP that she's put out this year, I believe.
Oh, so she been working.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that. I'm not gonna lie.
I
I
didn't
barely
either.
learned
Hold
about
on.
this
Hold on.
one
Let me-
via Tidal because, Tidal just gives you all the updated new stuff, whatever. But yeah, I
I
looked
didn't
and she
know.
put out
Can I
about
just say,
2 or 3 projects this year.
after the conversation this morning, this is not a sponsored ad, y'all, but y'all have been like, okay, the fucking nail in the coffin. I apparently have to download Tidal. Like, I have friends that when we
have
go
to download
out,
Tidal.
like when we travel, they're like, bitch, you don't have Tidal? You don't have Tidal? Apparently the way they just like even categorize the music and the
well
playlist
curated in
and
terms
everything.
of your preferences.
And so I've been Googling, of course, like we have to come in and bring up new music. If it's not something that's completely on my radar, I Google New Music Friday. That's like a thing. And Liv was like, girl, Tidal has a complete playlist every like week on the new hip hop, R&B, everything that drops for new artists. And I didn't even know that.
Yes.
And I'm just like, damn, I've been paying fucking Apple. Spotify free. I don't pay them. And then
That's
I
why
don't
they
I don't
don't
pay
pay us
anywhere.
either.
They don't pay us either. They don't pay us either. But I was just like, damn, like, but yeah.
Yeah. Also, our very own screen man, Alex, he posts on Twitter all of the new music EPs.
Alex,
and
you
albums
got that
every
follow
Friday.
today.
Shout out to Alex.
Shout out to
Follow
Alex.
Ball Till We Fall on Twitter. Alex posts all of the new singles, albums, and EPs every
Alex.
single Friday.
Good
Come on,
shit.
Alex.
Yeah.
So I wanted to play again. I listened. It's a short EP, guys. It's only 7 songs, no features. But Tink dropped A Gift and a Curse, and I gave it a quick listen. And of course, I'm really big with Alex. How you know what song I'm about to pick, nigga? Damn.
Wow.
Alex went straight to the song.
We know
Damn.
you. We know you.
You don't know me that much. Alex, there's 7 songs and he goes straight to the lyrics of the song I'm going to pick.
And what's the song
without
called?
knowing. So the song I picked was Bottom Bitch.
Here we go.
I want to play this because it's really good. Hold on, let me put the aux in. I got the charger in. But I listened to this. I just actually want to really let this ride because I want y'all to listen to the words.
This is some shit I would have written.
It's the chorus.
I wish a bottom bitch, yeah.
You see this shit? Let me write this first verse. Gotta let them die, bitch. They come and go.
Kyrie.
Not. Oh. This bitch said, you fucked my friend and it hurt me deep. This bitch,
That's
off,
your
let me
life.
pause this. Hold
That's
on.
your life.
God damn it, phone. I got it in D&D. I got to like press the real button.
That's your life.
Like, so I listened to this song and I was just like, okay. She said she changed who she was for you. She your bottom bitch. But then she's sitting here talking about you done fuck my friend and she still like ain't trying to hurt you because she cared for you so much. Like, hold on. Scroll up, screen man. I gotta read the words just so y'all can hear how I'm breaking this down.
This
and
a
ladies, wait, no, scroll up because I want to talk about how she like changed who she was. She said she was trying to please a nigga, almost made her lose her mind. Okay? Then she talked about, hold on, she took the risks with him. She was his bottom bitch. And she broke her heart. Now the situation's messy. It is. It is.
You're triggered.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I read this. Ladies, if you're dealing with a man who really just fucked you over, this EP, I went through, she has another song called Cap. And it's talking about how these niggas be capping. You listen to that one?
I did.
Bro, I listened to this album and I was like, ooh, I got me a good nigga. Ooh, I'm so glad I don't resonate with these songs. But bitch, I was thinking about past relationships.
Oh, yeah.
And this album was like,
get you
oh,
in your
she's speaking
feelings
to
quick.
us. So she talks about how this nigga not only fucked her friend, how he disrespected her, how she was loyal to him, how she held him down. And at the end, it left her feeling fucking stupid. And I feel like we deal with so many men where unfortunately, like, again, we date in hopes of what they could be, potential. We date potential so fucking much. And we like to see the good in people, which is probably the downfall of women. I don't think men see the best in us. If they think we a hoe, they just be like, oh, bitch, you out here fucking and sucking everybody. Right. You a hoe. But as far as women, you could be a whole ass drug dealer and done killed a nigga. We gonna think that you still a good nigga deep down inside.
Deep down inside,
you know what I mean?
I know there's a heart.
You know what I mean?
Like, and that heart yearns for love.
I know you done killed
And
somebody.
I know that if I can change him, he'll be a better man.
You know what I mean? We really like to see the best in people.
And I'm gonna make sure I turn him around and turn him into a great person.
I know he doesn't care for his babies, but if I have his baby,
if I have his baby,
Can we
we'll
talk?
have perfect
Hold on.
children together.
Can we? We'll shout out Audio Mac because we about to leave Audio Mac.
We need
real
to
quick.
shout out Audio Mac. Thank you, Audio Mac, for riding through this freshly squeezed trauma trigger moment with us because we got to segue into
Come on, the Segu.
some trauma and some triggers that took place this last
I
week.
listened to this song and was like, Iggy, if you didn't hop on the goddamn remix of this one. Okay, wait. So who wants to do the recap before we get into
You
like...
can.
Okay, y'all know I love the little mess because I ain't got no mess, baby. I love my little nigga. But anyway, y'all, Christmas Day, while we all thought we were going to be giving praise to the good Lord Jesus that was born and opening our gifts and spending time with our family or not, Iggy decided to have a voice outside of rapping because I don't think I've ever heard her talk outside of this. But
She has an Australian accent, so it's
I'm not gonna lie, I
weird.
like
it's
it.
mad weird to read the shit that she tweets, and you're like, I'm reading this with your accent in mind, and it just
Too
doesn't
bad
match.
you got an album out, but can't even come to Christmas with your own son. Imagine. I'm talking.
But you see what I'm
Iggy?
saying?
That's what Iggy
you'd
sounds
hear
like.
with this.
Imagine not flying out your family and Christmas, but you have, girl, you cheated on me the entire pregnancy at your album party, and magically, me and my son can't come for Christmas anymore? Really? Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing? Are you with Brandy? So Brandy apparently is the girl that's the side chick. But anyways, guys, let me get out the goddamn accent, because I fucking fuck up accents.
You tried it.
She said trifling, and girl, the girls was not here for her using trifling.
After I just peeped that trifling shit. Trifling.
Instead of saying, blimey, trifling.
Okay, so y'all, let me give y'all the backstory, right? So Iggy
Governor?
decided to let
That's
us
British.
know.
She's
bad.
She's Australian. You were close. A sport of tea, bitch.
Not close. Not even remotely close.
So Iggy basically decided to let us all
Australian for
know
beer? I don't know.
that
Fosters.
her relationship with a guy by the name of Playboi Carti has been all hell. She let us know that not only was she cheated on her entire pregnancy, but also that Playboi Carti decided not to show up for the first Christmas with both of their first child. She also decided to share the news that he was not there for the birth of their child. Instead, he decided to play PS5. I told y'all about them gamers.
First of all, 9 months ago, he had a PS5. He is the man. Let me know where you got that shit from.
Oh, I didn't even think of that, bitch.
Where you got that shit from?
Because he did have a PS5 9 months ago, baby.
9 months ago, you had a PS5?
Playing with Lil Uzi, baby.
Let me find out you got the hookup.
And those of y'all defending him, the day
I know.
the day that his son was born, he was at home playing PS5
With Uzi, but not
So,
only that.
Just to clarify, that's the type of bullshit, ain't shit ass boy that we were talking about.
But not only that, I want to add that she decided to continue to spill the beans in the fact that in May, he kicked them out of their house to where she was living in Airbnbs. And mind you guys, all of this preface is not to talk about them because we go, bitch, he kicked her and the baby out the house to where she was living in Airbnbs since May. And furthermore,
Why do we know that?
Because she said all of this, bitch. Mind you, it has been 9 months since the birth of their son, and she decided to let it also be known
She put
that
the birth certificate on Twitter?
because he has yet to sign the birth certificate. Now, guys, I want all of this to be known because Iggy, in her rant on him not showing up for Christmas, she let us know that her baby daddy was not there for the birth, kicked them out of the house mid-pandemic, did not sign the birth certificate, decided to play video games on the date of a planned C-section birth, and again, also moved apparently another woman into the house that she's also on the lease for during a pandemic. I want to say all of this to say, she continued further on. Ladies and gentlemen, it is about 3 days past Christmas and she is still going on. She also decided to share like videos of him being kicked out the house by a friend and all of these things. But in like retaliation of the girl who had her family start posting stuff, she basically also decided to say, I can still sit on his face whenever I want. He only wants to see me. He won't even talk to the nanny. He won't FaceTime me without the baby.
Who said that?
Iggy, girl. And so I want to talk into this because it turned into more of you upset about your baby daddy not being there for the first Christmas to where I really felt like, damn, you are more upset at how he's treating you as a girlfriend, not as him being a father. And I think, go ahead, talk to me, baby.
First of all, let me say this.
Say it, girl.
Ain't no way you can see a person be satanic and be a part of the occult and be goth. What goth person you know celebrates Christmas in the first place?
Oh, wait, is he satanic?
Girl,
Satanic? Satanic?
You never listen to those lyrics? Okay, he clearly is goth. I don't know any goth people that literally celebrate Christmas.
I just know he paints his fingernails.
So sis, you can't expect, and that's a problem that I have with a lot of people that celebrate Christmas. They just assume that everybody celebrates and it's just like you're supposed to show up for me. No.
Sorry, Liv, for getting you the Christmas gift.
Sorry, Liv.
No, it's okay.
Sorry, girl.
I respect it.
I'm over here.
I'm over here forcing
my Palo Santo while you wear your rich auntie hoodie.
No, I appreciate that.
And I'm over here forcing my Muslim boyfriend to get me a gift. Sorry.
Yeah, but that's you can't see somebody who is heavily into the occult and goth and be like, you know what? Yes, he's gonna show up for Christmas.
But she didn't show up for the birth. First off, can we
make it make sense? Make it make sense. I know Christmas is a big thing and it's majority celebrates, but make it make sense. You really think on Christmas Day, this person with black fingernail polish, and not to even judge off of that, but yo, his merch, his fans even said his merch is super satanic. Like, he is definitely heavily into the occult. There is no way you can
Screaming at who in the next picture with him?
That this man
Cuddy.
is going to celebrate Christmas.
Cuddy be looking fine. I ain't gonna hold you.
That is very
Cuddy be looking fine, man. I be like, damn, that's Cuddy be. Hey, Cuddy.
But even with that being said,
shout out to Cuddy.
And sometimes I really, especially women who date rappers, do you listen to the lyrical content before you get into relationships?
Wait.
No.
You judge based off the lyrical content though?
I
Like,
would.
I would.
Yeah.
Yes.
What he be rapping about? What is a Playboi Carti like?
If he's
song?
rapping about anything satanic, I would never procreate with him. I wouldn't even lay down with him.
Look at him.
Look at him. First of all. Second of all,
does he have fangs in his
Second
mouth?
of all, as a woman, you don't listen to Future's lyrics and think that any of that applies to his real life.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no fucking
way. Like if I cheat on her, I ain't gonna say sorry. He blatantly says, Future blatantly says, I'm gonna cheat on her and not say sorry. Like, he's dead ass. That's cool. He's on brand. He's committed to his movement. Live your life.
Sometimes you really have to realize that these things are on brand. This is not just the artist.
I will say
art does imitate life and life imitates art.
The part that upsets me the most about this is not. Well, first of all, I want to pray for Iggy Azalea's emotional stability because clearly,
it's been like 4 days straight.
This rant talking about she kept her pregnancy hidden to support. No, ma'am, you kept that pregnancy
First
hidden
off,
because you were
is she not a
embarrassed.
bigger artist? Real quick, let
No,
me ask both of y'all. Is she a bigger artist than Playboi Carti?
Yes,
she is.
As an artist, no. As a celebrity, yes.
Really?
Okay, wait. What's
Can
the difference?
somebody tell me one Iggy Azalea song?
I'm so fancy. You already
And she got the other one. And she got the other one with the sugar daddy.
Can somebody tell me a Playboi Carti song?
One more prime without you with Ariana.
Wait, what's a Playboi Carti song?
What's a Playboi Carti song? We don't know, right? We don't know. All right.
Satan. I love you.
So
what's a Playboi Carti song? Is there a big one?
I don't know one.
Future with Drake?
I don't know any
I don't know a
Playboi
Playboi Carti song.
What I will say is Playboi Carti's demo, his fan base, is a lot more, like you said, cult-like and a lot more subscribed to his musical content.
Okay.
Iggy Azalea, as a celebrity, has a bigger fan base as a celebrity, less as an artist.
Maybe not even a fan base.
Shade her.
I would say just notoriety.
She's right, but that's what I'm saying. Celebrity is notoriety.
Okay.
That's all. It's not because she's an artist. It's because she's a celebrity. People know her because she's this beautiful androgynous, Australian. I'm gonna just use exotic in quotes because she's white and blonde.
She the only
there's
white
nothing
woman I would.
crazy.
She nice.
But she also it's another body. But I guess that's the name of the game in female hip hop for a lot of these young women. So it is what it is. But no, I want to pray for her mental stability because I really think her mental and emotional stability, because to go on this type of rant after we haven't heard anything worthwhile musically from her in a very long time. No, I'm serious.
No, you're right.
I'm serious. Like the last record that I thought that was great was the joint that she did with Rita Ora.
See, and
yes,
I like the one where she had
I'm a Black Widow. That was a fire-ass record.
Yeah, no, Black Widow. That's the one I did like.
I'm good.
Where she had the sugar daddy music video.
She did a record with J-Lo.
Like a Black Widow, baby.
She had a record with J-Lo. Big booty. Oh, you got a big booty. That was in every Soul Cycle class for about a year. Yes. So shout out to them for that because it's a fire ass video. except natural booties win. Shout out to J-Lo. Anyway, neither here nor there. What I will say is for women, my sympathy is really more so for the kid than it is for either one of these people, because y'all are adults, y'all are grown, and all this other shit about, well, you know, I want to be with this man, and he told me that he was gonna. This is like the conversation that we have all the time about women having children with these men, and they're not good dads already.
But they're not good partners.
But here's the thing: you can be a good dad and not be a good partner.
He has not been either.
I feel you. What I'm saying is from
you don't know that.
You don't for a woman.
She's let us know, and even when
from her point of view.
No, she posted screenshot text messages where she sent a picture of her son, and he was like, "Oh, cute! I can't wait to rub on your booty." Like, nigga, he's straight up wanting to have sex with you, and you trying to share it. Like she's posted screenshots, and that's the thing. Like the problem is too, we allow the manipulation of men to go by, okay, you treat us completely like shit. You disrespect us. And then all a nigga got to do is say, I want to rub on your booty. Ooh, I can't wait to see you. And now it's
I don't even think it's manipulation sometimes.
I
think a lot of times these men are showing women who they are, and women are choosing not to see it.
Ooh.
And I will say that from personal experience. It's like you have to stop to some degree, right? It's tough because I think there's a fine line between taking somebody's word and taking their behavior.
What do you take more? What do both of y'all take more?
I take consistency. Whether it's consistency in your word or consistency in your behavior. Ideally, it should match. But if what you're telling me, consistently is who you are consistently, that's what I'm taking. If a man tells you he doesn't want to be in a relationship, he doesn't want a commitment, 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 he doesn't want a commitment. If he's giving you a fucking baby, he told you he didn't want a commitment. So that means...
This nigga said, he's so handsome, I miss rubbing on your butt.
I told you. She sent a whole picture of the baby.
But I'm crazy. But I'm crazy. Yes, bitch, you're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy.
Mind you, real quick, it's December. She decided to show text messages from October to talk about how he's wanted him. And then in her retaliation to the goddamn side chick.
Her message, stop it. Her message says, he says, I love you in September. Her response is, I love you too. And you know that. I just want to feel like you're happy that I'm your girl because I know I'm proud as fuck I pulled
Nothing
you.
to do with the baby.
Neither one of y'all gives a fuck about this baby right now. Both of y'all just knee deep in bullshit with your own fucking selfish ass trauma. Stop it.
That's why this whole rant was not about him not showing up for their child's first birthday.
I think part of it was, but I think the overall disappointment comes from the fact that she, like you said, bought into, and I don't even think there was potential. I think she bought into what he said initially. And for the record, ladies, young women and ladies.
Go ahead and give it to him.
The shit that comes out of a man's mouth when he's fucking you is not real life.
It's not. I told y'all. Sex lies. I told y'all. Don't listen to what a man say.
Please stop letting these men.
That's them. Look.
Stop letting them make you cum dumpsters for their toxic ass
Come on.
shit.
Drop it, Bridget. Keep going, baby.
Because at the end of the day, at 11:59:59, guess who's stuck holding the bag? The diaper bag. You bitch. Stop being dumb and stop letting these boys make you look dumb.
By the way, he's 24, y'all.
He's a little boy.
He's a boy.
Toxic.
Dumb.
He is a boy.
Dumb.
No, I think that's the thing too. And like I was saying earlier with the Larsa thing as well, like when you're older, Iggy's 30, 31. I know he put it's a filter. No sleep. But I think that as women, I think that we need to be very aware of who we're with. If you're with a 24-year-old millionaire rapper, like the idea that he's ready to settle down and have a family and be there, like I think that we need to be realistic in who we were at certain ages and who our partners are at their age and what they're going through as well.
But also, women.
Uh-oh.
Y'all not gonna like me for this, but I'm gonna say it.
Uh-oh.
We're not special to these boys.
Ooh.
We're not.
Wait, can we get a ball joint? Can we get a horn? Because can you let the ladies know that I know we all think our vaginas are the best.
Not even just that. I know we all think we can fuck, suck, and treat somebody into loving us. And I promise you, it don't matter how wide and moist your throat is. That man, if he don't want to be with you, is not going to be with you. Also, this is not what I wanted to come on Instagram to on Christmas. I wanted to see dogs with the fucking antlers. I wanted to see matching pajamas under the motherfucking Christmas tree. I didn't want to hear this bullshit from the shade room on motherfucking Christmas.
And we be getting it for 4 days, baby.
The other thing I would like to say is I'm so grateful for y'all. Because if I was in that position and I started going on a fucking rant on the Instagram.
Here's a whole nother talk.
Understand, both of these women would have been on my line. Hey, sis, let's pray. Deactivate your account for a couple minutes, okay? Turn this shit off. Stop going on it. Where are your friends, Iggy?
I've done that before. A friend of mine tried to, do the live, and I kept calling her nonstop.
Can I also say,
keep calling you
where are
so
your
you
friends,
could
baby
know.
girl?
Can I also
What you're
say
not gonna
this
do
is
that
she's doing this to embarrass her partner, and I think ladies, a lot of times
we do this all the time.
We do it a lot,
and we look more dumb.
That is the part I wanted to say, ladies. When we try to air out publicly what we've already said privately to our partners about who the fuck we see them as, we do nothing but embarrass ourselves. Furthermore, I do want to say too, this did nothing. As Iggy, as you said, the celebrity that she is, what she looks like, it did nothing but stroke his ego. And I think it's very important that you as a woman need to know if who you're dealing with is a narcissist. And I think that this holds true to possibly that. You did nothing but stroke his ego and pretty much letting the world know that you're so ecstatic that you can get his dick in his face and his mouth anytime you want, and that this is who you want, to the fact that you want to sit here and take down a woman instead of the man. No, I just feel like
she's taking everybody down.
She's taking everybody down. But she's taking down herself.
She's not coming.
She's also taking down herself.
Well, I mean, it's hard when you are again emotionally unstable. This is emotionally unstable to go on and on and on like this and have nobody check you.
Not person?
Not even from a professional standpoint. Because let's be clear, my manager would have showed up at my house, excuse me, knocking on my door like, "Give me your phone. Give me your phone. Just give it to me. You doing
so
too
you
much."
think even management is not involved with her, like, doing all this? No PR, clearly.
The problem that there's so many problems with this, but the main problem I have with this, especially as a female artist, and I struggle with this with Summer Walker as well. And to be clear, as a disclaimer, I don't know either one of these women personally, but I have to say, as an artist, there's a lot of shit that we think the internet needs to know or deserves to know because of who we are, and we have so much explaining and disclaimers to give. Stop thinking that you owe anybody an explanation. Talking about you being pregnant, why you wanted to have a baby, that's nobody's fucking business. You wanted to have a baby at the end of the day. Whether this man was worth shit or wasn't worth shit, it's really nobody's business. You chose to have a baby with this person. You're now a mother. This is now on the fucking internet. So now when your son is 10 years old, hopefully, God willing, his dad gets it together, this is going to be the shit that pops back up. I said this a couple weeks ago. You have to be mindful. Once you become a parent, a lot of that shit, and this is why I am currently not interested in being a mother, because I don't want to be responsible for anybody else's life. I don't ever want a stranger to be able to come up to my kid and be like, "Yeah, you know your mama was on Love and Hip Hop. You know her areola popped out in the episode."
Not an areola.
No, but I'm serious. These are things that I consider. These are things I think about when even considering bringing a child into the world.
Right.
Like, as a woman, Iggy Azalea already has a career. You know what I'm saying? Like this, she already got some establishment outside of being a baby mama. This shit that she's doing is beneath her. It's a lower vibration that she needs to be on, and it's whack because at the end of the day, being a mom is probably one of the most beautiful blessings and beautiful gifts you could possibly do.
It really is.
So this just makes me sad because it's like, yo, don't even worry about this. This shit will figure itself out. The universe works in mysterious ways, and one thing I have watched in 2020 is that karma is on time. Karma is on time, and karma is relentless. So just
stand back.
Stand back and let the universe do its thing, especially if you mean well. And really take some time, because I think something Liv said that I thought was really powerful, really that resonated with me, is understanding people as human beings.
As soon as you say understand, I just want to say overstand.
Understand and
overstand. As soon as you said that, I was like, live, overstand.
You gotta understand and overstand. People are human beings. And Iggy might have procreated with somebody that doesn't have a capacity that can match hers.
Right.
And that just is what it is.
It happens sometimes.
It happens sometimes. We got to start looking at each other as human beings. And I hope
Period.
that for everybody in 2021, that's the one message, the one thing that y'all take to 2021 is that everybody is a human being and nobody matches your capacity the
and
same
nobody's
way.
perfect.
And nobody's perfect. And people are going to fuck up. And everybody deserves a little bit of grace.
But this don't deserve no grace, but hers you.
Yes, it does. Yes, it absolutely
This deserves grace?
deserves
It
grace
does.
because you are forever bound to this person. So you
Correct.
have to
Oh,
have
Jesus.
some kind of
Okay.
grace
Yeah.
in terms of co-parenting, in terms of working it out and making sure that
Correct.
his father
I guess
is
that's
active
my
in his
thing.
life.
I understand.
Yeah, you have
I
to have
understand
grace.
deserving grace, but there's been a lot of lately baby moms coming out like not. I wouldn't say tormenting, but calling out the baby daddies for what they're doing. And I understand giving grace to somebody, but as far as bringing out to this publicly, where like you said, as a child, the child's gonna be able to see this. A part of me also, when it comes to parenting, whatever parent you're with, that parent has a lot of influence on the child as far as how they
correct.
view their other parent.
That's correct.
And so to me, knowing how, that was a battle as far as to which parent's side I should take, I hate seeing that a lot of the women are coming out calling out the dads when a lot of fathers too. There's a whole point to, especially if you have child daughters, a lot of fathers feel like as long as they take care financially that they're there as fathers, and that's not really what children need. That's a whole nother topic.
Let me tell you how, like in my own situation, me having a few episodes ago, me having that conversation about my daughter's dad,
Right.
he was very upset that was brought up.
Oh,
Of course
I
he
didn't
was.
lie, but I also didn't lie when I said he's a great dad.
Correct.
right.
So
You gave credit where credit was due.
I give credit where credit is due. In terms of co-parenting, Ava, my daughter stays with him a lot more in the past couple of years. So I don't need the child support. But then again, that's why I said the whole thing where, she has to give a little grace. You can be mad as you want to, and I fully understand where Iggy is, especially with being a new mom and having a brand new baby where you feel like you're doing this alone and somebody can just walk in and out and be a parent when they feel like it. I completely understand to that extent, but at the same time, in terms of venting in this way, this has to be the last time.
has to be stopped.
Because
This has to
you
stop.
have to work with this
Right.
person.
And the other part of it too is that in the very early tweets she talks about things being planned. Girl,
Talk about the plan, baby.
planned. I think, and I'm
Why do
saying
you
this
say it like that?
because I look at my parents' situation and I was not planned.
I wasn't planned either.
I wasn't planned.
I came
So-
after 2 babies that didn't make it.
But the one thing
Yeah.
that my mother always stood on was she wanted to be a mom. So regardless of whether or not my dad was going to show up, my mother wanted to be a mom, and she was going to be a fucking great mom, no matter whether or not he was going to be present. And my dad made a conscious effort to be present as a dad. He was a trash partner because he had a wife that he had to be a partner to. So
Oh shit.
there was that.
Levels.
But he was a trash.
Layers.
He was obviously a trash partner to her too, because hey, here we are. Here we are as a whole baby later. But I say all that to say, as women, we have to go inside ourselves sometimes and figure out ultimately what it is that we want. Because a lot of this in the beginning came across, like you said, as a mom that just wanted her son to have the support and have the presence of his dad, and then later on transformed into like, well, as this was a planned pregnancy and we were, I was protecting him and we were supposed to do this together. Now this is crossing over into relationship disappointment. That's
what
got
that is.
nothing to do with the kid.
Ooh, speak on it.
And I think as women, we have to be honest about what it is that we want. Because wanting a family with a person and wanting a solid partner are 2 very different things. And they look very different for a lot of men. They look different. You can be a good man and be a completely trash partner. You can be a great dad and be a completely trash partner.
Hello.
No, right.
You can be a shitty, selfish partner, but be a phenomenal dad. It's rare. It's rare because I think it's harder to be a piece of shit man.
Especially when you have to be
and a
half
good
of
dad.
something
And
else.
I just, sorry to cut you off, but I just think that that's where I got a lot of flack because I was able to recognize that, you know what, this relationship that I had with my daughter's dad did not work, but I can still call him a phenomenal dad. And it's very, very rare to hear that. So I got a lot of flack.
I think it's rare to hear that because a lot of women don't want to acknowledge the fact that men are good dads because they're still so bitter
stuck,
that
right.
the relationship didn't
And
work out. And that's what I'm even seeing with Iggy. I feel like she really wants that relationship so bad that's why she's mad that she got cheated on. That's why she's mad that she feels like,
ego.
oh, you still it's a
No, I don't even think it's ego.
thing.
I think she's genuinely heartbroken. That she really anticipated this was going to be a
because
family
of the
unit.
relationship
And
outside
it's
of the
not.
family. Again, there's a difference
I know
between.
he loves Satan, but I know deep down inside,
Here we go.
he loves me too.
Here we go.
I think the motto, the lesson to be learned from all of this is, and we said weeks ago, good pussy don't keep a man.
And a baby don't keep a man either.
A baby definitely don't keep a man.
So don't, ladies.
And neither does the desperation of wanting a relationship. I think the moral of the story for real is you have to find somebody whose capacity matches yours. And I mean that on every front, whether it's from a family perspective, from a partnership perspective, from just a soulmate perspective. You need to really go and do a little soul searching and dig deep about what it is that you want.
I agree.
Because you talk all the time, Mandy, about not wanting children. You're firm in that. You're planted in that.
That's
That's a part of your process of elimination of partners because you don't want children. That's
And
firm.
I'm not gonna lie, I guess that's why even too when we were talking about the Larsa thing, a part of me when I was dating, I loved me a little young guy.
Same.
Because I felt like they didn't come with baggage. And I felt like as a younger guy, you don't necessarily have the pressures of wanting to start a family.
Oh, girl, I was all for it. I was all for here. I
And
was
that's
all
me.
for the training.
give me
I would rather
a
train
little-
a puppy.
Oh, God, no.
What do you
I was
mean?
here.
Oh God,
I was here.
Liv?
Let me
I don't
train a
like
puppy.
younger
Let me
niggas.
train a puppy instead of trying to reteach an old
I don't want
dog.
to train shit.
Well, you're a mom
I mean,
already.
you
You're a
know,
mom.
you already
Exactly. I
know.
don't
So that's
train
why.
nobody.
That's a little different.
You don't know who Tribe Called Quest is? We're never gonna work. Goodbye.
Oh shit! Don't do that because
what is the point?
my old man is teaching me shit, bitch. I never saw School Days and he made me watch it with him. So
Well, see, I'd rather.
I know. I watched it with him. I saw School Days now. Don't do me.
No, she mentioned.
I mentioned this. I never watched it. And I watched it with him.
That's right. Because
He
she didn't understand the Jigaboo
He also,
reference. She
he
didn't get it.
also,
She
he
didn't get
also
it.
had me watching. I'll be honest. I think maybe the first night we spent the night, he hated all the shows I was picking out for us to watch. So he grabbed the remote and he was like, "I got a movie for you to watch." And mind you, I love Denzel. Bitch, Devil in a Blue Dress. Never seen it.
Oh, wow.
And that
listen.
shit was good.
I had
never
seen Mo Better Blues because my mother was like, "No, there's too much sex in that movie," so I wasn't allowed to
was.
watch it.
I watched
so I
it,
never
though.
saw it as a kid, but obviously watch it with my man who's older than me. This is
I loved a good Devil
it's
in a Blue
different.
Dress is a good little show. It's a good little movie to watch with your partner if you laid up and don't know what to watch.
Realized I was a spoiled ass. I was watching all this shit when I was little.
nah.
Wait, hold on. So you asked us earlier though what our favorite soundtrack.
Unsupervised.
Oh yeah, Liv, what's your favorite
What
soundtrack?
was your favorite soundtrack?
Because when y'all hear mine, y'all gonna tell me I shit.
Favorite-
It's a tie for me.
Favorite soundtrack of like all time?
Yeah.
I would have to say Waiting to Exhale.
Woo.
Damn. Well, I'm on my own over here. I have two.
What
That's
is
a
it?
tie.
Woo.
I don't like that y'all
I
are laughing
thought
at
it-
me right
Boomerang?
now.
Is it Boomerang?
No,
'Cause Boomerang
so-
is also
No,
a good
that's a
soundtrack.
good one.
So
Boomerang is a good
actually,
soundtrack.
our little dated. So Soul Food is the first one.
Oh, that is a good one.
I love the Soul Food soundtrack.
She's definitely younger than us.
I am younger than y'all. And then when I say the
No,
second
but
one,
that's
y'all
a
about to
good
make fun of
one.
me.
No, I'm not gonna make fun of you.
Save the Last Dance. Oh my
Live
God.
your dreams.
It's not as hard as it may seem. You gotta work together.
Yes. The
No, I
fact
ain't gonna
that
hold you.
Julia Stiles came through for that choreo with
But
those
she didn't.
stupid ass cargo
She didn't.
pants,
If
I'm
you
still
watch it
mad.
now, Julia Stiles was not a fucking dancer. She looked like
At
me doing the
all.
body
She
out of
did
it.
the choreography in cargo pants.
She hopped up off the couch and was like,
I'm still mad.
the
I'm
shit was
still
bad. And I gotta watch these titties, y'all. But no, I rewatched Save the Last Dance. she was not hitting any of those 1, 2, 3s, baby. It wasn't good. But the soundtrack, it had, I think, Pink, the colors,
True Colors.
listen, Murder, She Wrote. Oh my God. When I tell you, so the Save the Last Dance soundtrack was one of those that I actually made my dad go out and buy.
Breathe and Stop. Yeah.
No, it was a really good soundtrack. So those were my two. Those were my
Marilyn
two.
Santana. That's what we're talking about.
That's who I was thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Wrong sexy boyfriend from 90s Black Show.
Yes.
Because Fred Joestar was Moesha's boyfriend.
Yes.
Yes.
And I was
so
thinking
wrong
of
one,
that.
wrong
Wrong sexy
one.
boyfriend from the 90s.
Wrong sexy
Sorry,
boyfriend
guys.
from the 90s.
Too much wine, not enough food.
Okay, so we got Waiting to Excel.
Waiting to Exhale was my favorite.
Okay, so
soundtrack.
maybe we'll add to our freshly squeezed one song from each of these soundtracks too.
Everyone falls
Oh, in love sometimes. I'm gonna let you go because I can't sing.
Sometimes it's wrong, and sometimes it's right.
Liv, how can you sing, dance, and DJ, bitch?
Every win, someone must fail.
Go ahead.
But there comes a point when
A point when.
you will exhale. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Say,
Shoot, shoot, shoot.
say it again, baby.
Shoot.
I'm gonna be the ad-lib queen, baby.
Shoot,
Go ahead.
do.
Shoot it.
Oh.
I talk for a
strength.
living.
Exactly. It's not singing. And that's okay.
All right, I'm gonna let y'all get y'all little harmonies in moving forward.
Listen,
all right.
I just want to say this has been an incredible year. We literally conceived of this podcast 6 months ago, and look where we are. This is so crazy.
And we thought of it 6 months ago. We
That's
just
what I'm
got it
saying.
off the ground 3 months ago. And like I said, I think last week with Liv coming back, in a pandemic, we've
had people had COVID.
We've had COVID.
We've had people be in the hospital.
A hospital, like we.
I've had perfect attendance even though I've been late. I'm
really late.
I want that to be clear.
Like,
I have had perfect attendance even though
irony of it all.
I have been the only one that's been here every time and
Yeah, you
consistently
have.
late, except I was the first one here today.
Because you
My
got your magical
superpowers-
powers.
My superpower.
They've
My
kicked
superpowers
in.
She was the
kicked
first
in.
one here. I came in. I said, "Is this Bridget here already?"
Shine, sister, shine.
with my cape and everything.
You better shine.
I was here early, and early is on time, so I am.
I know that's right.
But I just want to say that I am so grateful for both of y'all.
I do also.
Seriously.
I do also.
I really am.
I'm grateful not only for you guys, but how. I don't know. We have a difference and again, I just want to shout out. I think I shout out the listeners. Y'all know.
shout
Here we go with the
people out.
shout
You know
out.
what? We haven't really done shout outs.
I didn't. I did good.
I've been keeping track.
I did a
There
few.
hasn't been many.
There hasn't been many,
All right.
but I did want to
See,
shout out
Bridget,
too.
You gave shout out.
I gave shout outs.
You was
Steph
shouting
said
out
you
people,
gave-
did.
okay.
But like,
Steph knows. Steph be
knows.
knowing.
Shout out to Steph.
Steph be knowing.
shout out.
That's her feet, guys.
Yes.
I know there's been discrepancy and
Whenever-
people debating whose feet it is.
Whenever you randomly see the wine glasses just fill up,
Oh,
the flowers rearranged,
yeah,
the
that's
candles
Steph.
relit, that's Steph. Just
It's
so
not
you know.
Parks.
Shout out to Steph.
It's not Parks' feet.
I thought it was Park's feet. No, it's Steph's feet. No,
Always Steph's feet.
It's Steph's feet.
another woman, y'all. No, but I do want to shout out to not only you guys, but our listeners, because I think the men and the women that have been tuning into us. And I do want to say too, I think this episode, I was just telling Liv, we've opened up and I'm really
Layers.
excited. I'm really
That's
excited.
what I like.
I'm really excited for y'all to like grow with us as not only people, but as professionals, as artists, as podcasters, as DJs, as mothers, as partners. I mean, I think that there's so much to say as far as the layers again of what women are and what we can be. And I'm just appreciative that the men and the women listen to us on a weekly basis, and y'all are getting not only the female perspective, but from the layers and growths of who we are. Like, I appreciate it. And I mean, I'm a different person here than I am. I mean, I'm the same person, but I'm giving y'all a different part of me than I am on my other pods.
Absolutely.
You're giving somebody different than who you've been on Love and Hip Hop or who you've been as an artist, because I don't think a lot of people knew who you were.
Well, a lot of people,
you're a
folks
DJ. You're behind the
things.
Folks don't even know personality-wise
who you
for
are.
the most part, who I am.
So I love that we've been able to come together. If I do give a shout out, I do want to shout out Joe and the Joe Budden Network. I think we started.
We gotta clap it up.
We
Yay.
started.
Can we did.
We
For Joe.
We
We gotta do
started
the air
on
horn.
episode
Joe needs
one
an air horn.
saying,
And an applause.
we shouted him out in episode one,
Shout out
but
to Joseph.
he saw a little piece in each of us that could give that female perspective,
Yes.
in which wasn't given on the Joe Budden pod, in which really we tried to say, if y'all know another woman podcast, let me know that's giving it up like we are. I'm gonna sit here and toot our horn like
Toot, beep,
Don't worry, I'll wait.
beep, beep. I do. I appreciate it. I guess before we get out of here, y'all, we know it's the New Year's. Shout out to y'all listening to us with your families, are celebrating. We like to get out with what we've been binging and watching, because that's what we do in quarantine.
Oh, sorry. Before I forget,
Talk to it.
I really have to give love to every single last person that has sent me a DM message. I've been trying to get back slowly but surely, trying to respond to all the women who have hit me up and said, hey, I've dealt with this fibroid situation. I'm about to go into surgery. I've had this surgery before. I've told my wife to listen to this podcast because of the fibroid surgery that Olivia has gone through. Every single last person that has reached out to me and send love and show support, like, y'all are appreciated highly.
Yes.
Absolutely. So yeah. That's
When I
it.
tell you, I told you, like, I was probably crying more the week that Liv had surgery than I was. I be crying like a little bitch, and I didn't know I'd be
Mandy's an
crying like that.
empath.
I am,
just
and so
don't
like
tap into
I
it
don't,
the way,
because I'm a real ass bitch, give a fuck about a nigga.
Exactly.
And
But when it's there, it's there.
and when I care about someone, it was. And so like I do. I know a lot of y'all have been talking about our chemistry and growing. I mean, we're three women with three different life paths, with three different backgrounds, with three different experiences from three different like geographical standpoints at that as well.
But we love each other. We love
do.
ourselves, and we love y'all, and we want y'all to have a very
do.
happy and safe New Year.
Hallelujah.
But no, I'm appreciative of both of y'all, and I guess we'll get into look.
Mandy, you gonna have to snatch the mic from Mandy at my wedding. You gonna have to.
I'm gonna be that one. I'm still
It's gonna be
giving
like,
the toast,
Mandy,
bitch.
2 seconds, Mandy. 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
No, just give me no. But, well, I guess y'all were talking
gonna
about
have
what
to
y'all
turn
been
the red
watching.
light on.
Oh,
Listen,
yes. So pretty
real
much.
quick, I'll say it since I haven't watched TV in the last week.
I know.
because
Yes,
my
you're
Wi-Fi has been
moving.
off. If you guys have not yet, Manhunt. It's not the Unabomber, but it's the bomber of the Olympics, where he was wrongly accused.
I did see
and,
that.
Oh my God!
advertised.
It
I
was
gotta
the
get into
last.
it.
So it's 10
It's on
episodes.
Netflix, right?
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Hold on, give me what is it? Manhunt. What's the full name?
About Richard Jewell.
Yes.
That looked like the
Yeah.
Unabomber.
Oh
though.
no!
What is
Deadly
that?
Games. Deadly Games.
Oh, okay.
Manhunt. Deadly Games. It kept me up until almost 4 a.m. I watched all 10 episodes in one night, bitch.
Come on, Judith Light.
It is
Damn, we love
good,
Judith
girl.
Light.
It is
Come on,
good.
late 80s, early 90s shows.
It is. It's definitely
No,
in
that's
the
Judith Light,
96, 97, I believe, Olympics that took place in Atlanta.
96.
Yes, at Centennial Park. And there was someone who got wrongly accused. But also, if we think about how the media portrays people right now, it's still just very telling of what today is. It was
Demonizing.
really good. It
Yeah.
was so good. He was seen guilty before any evidence was put out. And it was just, he did end up getting settled with a whole lot of money from a whole lot of publications. But it was just a really, really, really good show. Shout out to all the actors that were a part of this. It was a really good watch. And I will say again, ladies, because my Wi-Fi has been out, because I'm currently moving, I did not catch the third part of the reunion of Real Housewives of Potomac.
I started to watch,
but
and
bitch, listen here. Somebody wrote me. Y'all know I did the little picture thing on Instagram, and if I could drag a bitch, it would be Candace. Because listen, what you not gonna do is sit here and not think your words don't mean shit. Because if you talk enough shit, you gonna get these hands, and that's just that. Okay, that's it. All right. Anyways, Real Housewives of Potomac. If you're a woman, I love it.
Yet to watch
I am Team Monique, and yeah, just shout out.
I've yet to watch this final part of the reunion.
I'm not watching it at all.
I tried to start watching it
it's
last
reality
night.
TV, we know.
Yeah,
PTSD,
I tried
y'all.
to.
PTSD.
Yeah, understood.
I haven't been there yet, where I had to deal with the green screen and all that. But I love it.
This isn't a green screen. This is like y'all talk. Y'all are standing in the hallway. Girl, I love your dress. Oh my God, your hair looks so good. How you feeling? I'm okay. I'm a little tired. Did you eat today? Yeah, I ate today. What'd you eat today? I had a salad. And that bitch, when the camera turns on,
crazy.
And then you looking at each other like, girl, you really got yourself and me that fucked up in a matter of 2.5 minutes?
I'm not gonna lie.
No, ma'am.
I do.
No, ma'am.
So a part of me really loves the Housewives, because for the ladies who don't indulge in maybe drama amongst your friends or your partners, to me it's almost my guilty pleasure of drama that I don't have. And I love watching other people in drama. I don't know. I guess call me American, bitch. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it's definitely the American way. And I mean, it's a guilty pleasure at the end of the day.
It is. What about y'all? What have y'all been watching? Y'all probably been watching more productive things than me.
I've watched Soul 3 times, including this morning. I love that movie. It is now my favorite Disney movie of all time.
Oh, I saw that. It's like the first black lead Disney movie or something like that.
Oh, well, not the first, but
no, not the first.
Yeah, because we definitely
There's
had Tiana.
something about it. Hold on, look it up.
Tiana and the Frog was really the first.
The Princess and the Frog before, but it was just a really great movie. And
is it a musical?
No, it's not a musical.
Okay.
It's a Pixar
Pixar Disney film. What Pixar does, Pixar movies are not for children.
No.
All of the messages that they have are
adult as fuck.
Are adult as fuck and life lessons.
And
for
if
us
you don't
to learn.
if you don't believe us,
And
you can
kids
ask
just,
any
like-
child under 10 that watched Toy Stories 1 and 2 and ask them if they understood any of the fucking jokes that went on.
Exactly.
Or
And then
Shrek for that matter.
Toy Story 3 is just
You
a
know, I
mind
looked
fuck.
up. I didn't realize that on Toy
Shrek
Story
might actually be DreamWorks,
there was a
but-
toy that had a hook, and it was supposed to be a hooker.
Yes.
Did
it was
you
a hooker.
see?
Yes, I saw that tweet.
You didn't know. So
With
there
the
was
legs.
there was a tweet that was calling out what the toys actually meant, and one of the toys is nothing but legs and a hook, and apparently the toy was
That's
a hooker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So none of these are for children.
I'm not gonna lie,
I watched
SpongeBob
Soul this
wasn't
morning,
either.
and I cried. I did cry.
Pixar's shtick is definitely making movies that are for the family.
Yeah.
It's mainly for the adults in terms of messages, but
Okay.
it's animated so the kids will enjoy it too. And there's, kooky, silly jokes in between, so they're entertained as well.
If we're going to talk about adults and animations, guys, I love it. If you want to pop an edible, smoke a blunt, get a drink, Big Mouth on Netflix.
Oh, Big Mouth is phenomenal.
It's
You don't
so
even have to do that.
fucking-
You don't even
Oh
have to do
my
that for Big
God.
Mouth. Big Mouth on its own. Big Mouth on its own,
Nah,
completely
bitch.
sober, is a vibe.
But I got
Don't sleep.
high on that shit, and it was like, this shit is funny as fuck.
It's funny. It's funny without
You have
it's
hormone
funny as
monsters.
shit.
They talk about periods. They talk about
Nipples.
erections. They talk about nipples. They talk about pads and tampons.
It's
The new
about-
episode, also the new season,
With
bitch
the
starts
camp-
off
camp? Oh,
with,
yeah.
with a trans understanding if there's still a dick there or a penis.
And the
it's
kids
interesting-
and the kids are like the kids
trying
for
to
the most
figure it out.
part don't give a shit. They're just like, all right, whatever. You be who you want to be. No one cares.
But weren't you Joseph last
weren't
summer?
you?
Like,
Right.
and it's that type of like it's
about
really good.
puberty.
It is about
but
puberty.
it's not for the people going through puberty right
And it's
now.
not for children. So if you
Right.
have kids who are watching Big Mouth and you think it's just a cartoon, block it, bitch.
Yeah, that's not for the kids, honey. It's
Nah,
not
I
for the
appreciate
kids.
Big Mouth though. Like
Big Mouth is great.
The last season that they had was kind of like, "Rrr."
But Big
But
Mouth
no,
with the hormone monsters.
Season 4. Season 4
it's
definitely
hysterical.
stepped it up. It's really, really good. I like the change with Missy in terms of like her finding her blackness.
I love
that episode was hilarious.
Yeah,
with the code switching. If you haven't
much
seen it,
needed.
yes, please watch
Yeah.
it. It's absolutely hilarious. But I do want to get back to
Yes, you watched Soul. Soul
I
was
watched
a vibe.
Soul. Soul was a vibe. But Soul pretty much is, if you haven't watched it yet, without giving a spoiler, it's pretty much about learning your purpose. What purpose is in terms of what you're supposed to be doing in this life. There's purpose, there's spark, what's your spark, and there's also understanding that life is to be lived. It's not just about chasing a particular goal, because once you meet that goal,
you're gonna have another one.
What else you gonna do?
You're gonna have another one.
You can't be defined by one thing.
You can't be defined by your career. You
Yeah.
can't be defined by just being a mother.
Right.
You can't be defined by that. You really have to understand who you are and what you're here on this life to do, and be present in those moments and enjoy them.
Yeah.
I know that's right.
I watched
Dope-
Sylvie's
dope
Love
message.
because y'all know I'm a love
Yes,
muffin.
I watched it too.
I
I'm not
watched
a
Sylvie's
love
Love.
muffin, but I liked
I'm
it.
a love muffin.
This
for
was
Sylvie's Love.
a movie or
This
a
was
series.
a movie
Yes.
on Amazon Prime Video.
I'll watch it with my nigga.
and it's with Tessa Thompson, and I don't know how to pronounce his name, and I'm not gonna fuck it up, but it's Kerry Washington's husband, honey, Namdi, and I don't know his last name.
Nam-
Oh, let me see what his name is. I got
but
it.
he
I got
fine,
it.
Kerry Washington.
Yes.
Okay, don't be lusting. Actually,
this
we
is our
can't.
first
I'm not
I've
lusting
really
at all.
seen him.
I'm not lusting at all because no,
Namdi
my man is fine, and I'm happy. for him.
Asamugua. Asamugua. We said it the same way.
Asamuga.
Asamuga.
Asamoga?
All right.
Asamuga.
Well, if we're wrong, you can correct us in the
Well,
comments
he's
like
from
you always do.
Lafayette, Louisiana.
Okay. No, he's fine. And Kerry Washington
And he's
is
a former
also
football
fine, so
player.
there you
Come
go.
on. I know he got that body. Body, yaddy, yaddy,
And you
yaddy.
telling me not to lust, girl.
All right. Sorry. My man
no.
lets me lust.
So this movie was touching, but also the ending was so dope to me because in the end you come to understand the way that this movie defines love is not in the happy ending, but more so in the idea that the type of love that we all want is the kind that will let you be who you are and do what you have to do purposefully in your life and take your path, even if that person can't participate.
Oh,
in
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry on this. I already know.
You're
it.
gonna cry.
Yeah, you are.
You are gonna cry.
You cried.
You
I
are.
cry. I cry for everything. It doesn't matter. But
Okay, me too.
I'm always with you. So anytime,
I'll watch it
anytime you
alone.
get
I felt
emotional, I'm always like,
sentimental.
it's fine.
I
'Cause
don't
I'm
like
always crying.
I don't like love movies. Like I just kind of just like brushed them off because I definitely saw this, saw the ads for it, and I was just like, okay, we know what happens in the end. They
But
go get
also,
together, whatever.
But also, I went through
yeah.
through a lot of phases of this movie because initially I thought she's not in love. because she's engaged, right? She's engaged to be married to somebody that's in Korea, that's stationed in
the
Korea.
war. Okay,
and so. She meets this young man who works, and I'm not going to spoil it for y'all with the ending and all that. There's a lot of twists and turns and plot twists that you got to tune into to pay attention and get it. But this young man comes in and starts working in the record shop that it's her dad's record shop with her, and they have this really beautiful love affair over the course of a summer. He ends up getting booked with his band to go live in Paris and go overseas and do all of that. And she opts to not go.
Life be lifing.
You know, she has this affair
not
with
life
this
be
man
lifing.
while she's engaged, and he moves on with his life. She moves on with her life, and they both end up crossing paths again multiple times later on when time is not really on their side anymore, you know? And it just goes to show there are different moments when each one of them makes a decision for the other person's best interest individually, not just what suits them. And one of the characters ends up saying at the end, like, this is the love that we all want. This is the love that everybody actually strives for, which is, you know, protecting someone else's interests above their own, protecting someone else's interest above what works for the group.
I will say too, I think a lot of times when we think of relationships and love, we think of a forever love, and we don't take pride or enjoy or take advantage of the loves that maybe are only here for a season.
Yes.
And I think that that's something that we as women should enjoy too. Like, it's funny because I've seen these tweets on ladies, enjoy those 2 to 3 month love relationships. Like, because I think that we still learn so much. I hate them, but it's a part of what I've said about this relationship now.
I hate that approach. I respect appreciating it, but I hate the approach of
you're
not.
a realist.
Hindsight.
It's a realist.
Supposed to take it in hindsight because I have at least 2 soulmates because I believe in multiple ones.
I do too.
I have 2 soulmates that taught me great lessons in those moments that we had together. And I knew even in those moments, they were temporary and we're supposed to move on. We weren't supposed to be together in those
I
moments.
feel like
and
that's
we
my
moved
partner
on.
now, and I'm so sad.
one of them taught me about meditation. And
I know. Don't look at me like
vibrating
that,
higher.
Bridget.
Wait, what?
I know. I feel like what I'm learning from the relationship that I'm in now, I don't feel like it's supposed to be a for everything. And I'm so sad. Bridget, don't do that. You know, and I'm just sad that.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
I
to
know.
See the thing.
We gonna come back to y'all in 2021
God,
because
I hate y'all. No.
I'm not giving this no life right now.
I'm just
because-
saying no, but what she,
because
so
there
she's
is-
allowed to say that, but I
there
can't
is
say it.
power in the tongue.
I'm talking
You-
about the temporary that already happened like years ago.
Oh, well, this is current. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
shut up. I know.
We just talked about soul and living in your perfect and being present. And I gave you a meditation book. Like, be present.
Meditate before you open your mouth.
Okay. All right, y'all.
Enjoy these moments. But that's the whole point of it. I enjoyed the moment that I had with those people, because in hindsight I can look back and be like, you know what, he was a really dope individual and he taught me so
And he
much
taught
in
you
that
much.
moment.
Yeah.
And
I
I
think-
really
I like
appreciate
that.
it.
Yeah.
It didn't work out because, you know, and you know, we want things to be forever, especially if it's really, really good.
We do.
It didn't work out, but I can always go back to those moments and enjoy what I learned and take it with me, because I have, like, that was a person that taught me about meditation and Palo Santo and really being in tune with myself and being present.
I love it.
I had a lot
Well,
of
y'all,
good
all right,
boyfriends
I'm
too,
gonna take
but,
it back.
you know.
I'm gonna take it
Take it
back.
back.
All right,
Take it
all
back.
right.
Live in the moment.
Where the bag
Don't
at,
think
nigga?
about
Where the
what
bag
ifs.
at? All right.
No.
I just, all right,
Live in
sorry.
the moment. Be present. Don't think about if it don't work out.
Y'all
Just
hate me.
enjoy it. Just
All right.
Enjoy it.
Just
All right, well, I will not
And
only...
watch Soul. You need to watch Soul.
I am gonna watch Soul.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna watch because I love
Sylvie's Love.
Sylvie's Loves.
You'll appreciate Sylvie's
But
Love.
not only that, I love Tessa Thompson. She was in Creed, and then she's also
Yes.
been in Westworld, and I've been really into Westworld a lot.
Yeah.
So I enjoy her as an actress. Shout out to her. I'm gonna shout her out before we go ahead and get out of here for the 2020, baby. What we leading out with,
I don't know.
Olivia?
I know. What is our last song of 2020?
Come on. What we rocking out with, baby? What we gonna shake our titties to, baby? Give us something from the South, baby. Or is it from the up north?
I don't know where it's gonna be from.
Okay. You don't know yet? Well, I loved City Girls opening us up.
I did too.
And what's taking us out, bitch?
And I
Luther
feel
Vandross.
like-
What are we doing? I just don't. Is it not balance? I don't know. Are we doing balance? I don't know. Before we get out of here, though, I do want to shout out to all of y'all who watch us on the YouTube.
We shouted them out.
Yeah, but I want to shout them out again. Who also tweet us. Shout out to y'all. That is at @SeeTheThingIs_. Make sure y'all also tune into Audio Mac. We got our official playlist there. You can also listen to the full goddamn podcast there. And also, for those on the tube who be mad that we be jamming without no goddamn music,
Audio Mac.
maybe what you can do is
Audio
watch us on your
Mac.
screen and then play us through another app like Apple or Audio Mac. So try that out if y'all want to listen to what we jam into.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I think we did a lot. Again, shout out to Joe Budden Network.
Yeah.
We signing out.
This has been so fun,
2021.
y'all. See, the thing is,
See, the thing is,
We'll see
we
y'all.
real ass bitch
What-
give a fuck
see
about a
the-
nigga.
See, the thing is, we gonna see you in 2021.
We
New
sure
energy.
live.
Show.
Y'all ain't getting rid of us.
new vibrations.
You thought you
Hey.
was. You
Higher
thought you was telling
frequencies.
Joe something in them YouTube comments.
thought.
You really
You
did.
thought.
But you ain't doing shit because we still gonna be here
We
on
still
that Joe
here.
Budden Network.
Amen.
You gonna
Checks,
see
baby.
us on that timeline
And
you gonna
amen.
be upset.
Not Beyonce. City Girls to Beyonce. All right.
I mean, it's black excellence through
I
and
know
through.
that's
Excellent.
right.
Through and
Listen
through.
to the
Come
lyrics
on.
to this shit though.
We run the world.
We taking this shit to Mars.
I need move forever. This is my move forever.
Shout out to y'all. Because we've been through a lot, baby. We shared everything today.
We
Goddamn.
did. Shit.
That's. It's,
I know.
I'm happy.
Liv loves it.
I love y'all.
Liv loves it.
I love this.
I love
I
y'all.
do.
love that.
I do.
This is how it's supposed to be. We sharing love and we sharing experiences. Hey.
Thank y'all.
You gonna make
Check
me
us
cry.
out next year, baby.
You gonna make me cry.
Bye.